about that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Eternal Mooncast, the special program. Miss Shoujo Senshi Slumber Party. We're on the current adventure of reviewing Sailor Moon, the movie Promise of the Rose. This is the discussion portion. We'll be talking about what worked, what didn't, and how we think this movie could have been even better.
Now, Sailor Moon has a long and rich history, obviously, but have you seen everything? I'm Relia, and these are my friends, Monica, Michi, Duckie, and Rizuki. We are 5 lifelong Sailor Moon fans who dove headfirst into the fandom and have stayed there ever since. We love being part of this amazing fan community around this genre-defining series, and we are really excited to talk about this movie.
Now, we know some of you may not have seen the Deke or Cloverway dubs, and if you want to watch along with us and enjoy our reactions, join our Patreon and get in on the fun. It's free, unless you'd like to give us a one whole dollar, and then you get our reactions a week early. Please enjoy. The link to doing that is in the description below. I also just realized everyone else gave themselves subtitles, and I didn't.
Yeah, we did.
That is delightful. And they're all amazing, too.
Like, oh, I didn't get the memo.
Restream updated, and I was like, this is stupid. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, unlimited power to give myself a title?
They told me when I hopped in, and I was like, I'll be right back. I have to do something dumb.
And you did it perfectly.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Well, we can add a title now.
Yeah, I mean, it can be just twin things if you want.
Just twin things.
Yeah.
All right, so I think
Beautiful.
is that our intro? Or
Yes. Plus the really important part where we added a title.
It's very important. We wouldn't continue without.
little inside baseball for you guys here. The meaty stuff.
Yeah, so normally we do a whole thing where we talk about like, oh, we've watched these episodes and we're gonna summarize them, and then we watched it in Japanese and we're gonna tell you about the differences. This is a movie, so we watched the movie. There's not a series of episodes. We watched a movie.
I did also watch the movie in Japanese, but that was as an excuse to once again watch this movie in Japanese. This is my favorite of the Sailor Moon movies. So,
and I watched it in
Ooh,
Viz.
controversial take.
right?
Did you say you thought it was the best of the Sailor Moon movies?
Of the three, specifically the
The
three 90s movies.
The 3 90s movies.
And
Oh,
I'm
no,
not
no
counting
question.
like
No question. I'm with you on that one.
Amy's First Love either.
Mm.
The big 3.
The big 3. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. 100% agree. Completely. You may want to do the little disclaimer though.
Oh,
And
yeah.
thank you to our citizens.
Let me bring that up.
Yeah.
So the following statements are personal opinions of Eternal Mooncast. Eternal Mooncast does not represent Toei Animation, Viz, or the Sailor Moon intellectual property in any way.
We do not.
We do
They would heartily disown us.
Yeah.
We tried to.
Definitely.
Never again.
There's a very long summary in front of. I'm going to give you the mouse. So
Yeah,
you can scroll down.
we're back to the part of the program where I hit you with the summaries. And I did think to myself, well, it's a movie. Maybe I'll give a really quick summary. And then I didn't do that. Concision is not my strongest ability. So I wrote a really in-depth summary, and there is an entire tangent midway about some astrophysics in here. So,
Delightful.
so for the one person who's really interested in some analysis on the meteor, we're going to get into that. Strap in. All right.
Excellent.
All right, now I'm locked in. Okay,
No, that's
Sailor
fine.
Moon the movie. Really briefly, sometimes on Cartoon Network, this was referred to as the Promise of the Rose. To the best of my knowledge, that's never been a real part of this movie's name, and it's never they've never owned that being a part of its name in the English version either. Michi, what do you want to say? Speak up.
I disagree, and I can prove it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the
let's do it.
VHS tape
The
had it as like a little
I
gold
promised the
subtitle.
rose on the bottom, and I put it in our intro.
It's true.
Yeah.
It did. I remember that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did say it on but it's not in the Japanese title at all.
It's not in the
No,
Japanese
okay.
title at
No,
all.
but we're
The
talking
Japanese title is
English.
just these Sailor Moon the movie.
Fascinating.
But I don't hate it because I think it is a spot on title
Yeah.
for this movie, and it's cute and catchy. So we accept it.
To answer Ninja Master's question, I think this movie is a crisp 75 minutes long. I think it's an hour and 15 minutes. Like, it's not, you were correct, it's not a long film.
No. But my summary is
Okay.
okay. So we jump right into it. When we enter the film, the squad plus Rainey and Darian, and I will use their English names because again we are reviewing the dub version. Plus Rainey and Darian have taken a bus to a botanical garden and they're all enjoying themselves. Darian and Serena are on their own. They spot a forget-me-not, and then suddenly we jump to a flashback of a child Darian who's standing on the roof of a building, unsafe, wearing pajamas, and he's offering a red rose to another little boy. This little boy promises to bring Black Darian lots of flowers one day, and then he disappears into a shower of glitter, as kids do. From this flashback, Darian comes back to himself, and Serena is busy explaining to him that forget-me-nots also symbolize true love. That may only be in the Japanese. The Japanese version is considerably gayer, just to be clear. Darian and Serena nearly kiss while the other girls are spying on them, but Darian is a coward for no reason and makes a break for it, and Rini shoves a caterpillar into her face instead. She goes looking for Darian, and she finds him outside the conservatory. There, once they're all outside, flower petals all start falling in a big shower from the sky, and the sky goes ominously dark.
Ooh.
They're all surprised by this flower shower. Suddenly, a brunette man appears in front of Darian and says, like, hey, it's been a while. Darian says, that's my but the man insists he finally found a flower that will make Darian happy. Darian is confused, but the man reiterates that he remembered their promise, and he clutches at Darian's hand. Serena, who sees that this strange man is being very overfamiliar, redirects his hand and says, sorry, Darian is her boyfriend. Then the man shoves Serena very roughly to the ground and disappears in another flower shower. Concerning. So that night, the girls go back to Ray's place together to debrief, decompress. While there, we hear this news coverage on TV of a giant asteroid that was just discovered near the Earth and is expected to reach its closest point to Earth the next day. Here, we're going to take a few sidebars where I was really interested in the specific information that they were giving on the broadcast about the asteroid. So what they say in this version is that the closest distance that the asteroid is going to come to Earth is 15.5 million miles. So I looked into how far or close is that to Earth. And what you should know, that's about a third of the way from Earth to Mars's orbit. So it's far beyond the distance to the moon. It's still a considerable distance from Earth. This Artemis says that the meter is also 600 meters long. In the scale of the asteroid belt, that wouldn't be considered highly sizable. The top 20 asteroids in the asteroid belt are all at least double that size. But in terms of meteors that have crashed to Earth, this is about 10 times the size of the Tunguska meteor of the famous Tunguska incident. So it is quite large in terms of meteors. But as Artemis says, it also has very little mass. So even if it were to somehow miraculously enter Earth's atmosphere, which it isn't projected to do, don't worry, because it would burn up in re-entry if that were to happen. Stick a pin in that. Okay, so let's get back to the summary. Serena is not paying attention to Kat's analysis of the meteor because she's busy worrying about the possibility of Darian being bisexual and having history with this strange man. She briefly flashes back to a time when she was with Darian and she asked him about a photo of his parents. He says that he was alone until he met her, but now she's his family, and maybe he was alone all this time because he was waiting to meet her. One of the cutest things he's frankly ever said. Elsewhere, meanwhile, a spooky seed floats down to Earth and plants itself in the ground near a tree. It immediately blooms into a beautiful yet equally spooky magenta lily. The next day, the girls are walking with Rainey probably to school when Ray suddenly stops. She senses an evil aura, immediately chases after it. They all chase after her. They discover an entire street full of apparently passed out people whose energy has been drained. Suddenly, one of the bodies, which has been wrapped in concerning vines, reaches out to grab Mina, flip her into the air. She kicks it away, but now the vines have animated all of the bodies, and there are like dozens, and they're all coming for the squad. Ray exorcises them all, but Amy uses her computer to pinpoint the source of the energy that's been animating the vines, and it's the magenta lily that we recently saw. It suddenly then grows very creepy legs and pops out of the ground and then skitters right towards Rini and reveals a bunch of plant teeth to try and bite her. Serena saves her, and the flower turns into a full-blown, sexy, evil, half-lady, half-plant tour. The girls transform. They destroy the monster. So the strange man reappears, and he recognizes the scouts as the girls he met the day before. Apparently, their glamour does not impress him. He turns into a green mulleted alien man with the flower tour pinned to his lapel and beats the crap out of the inners. His fingernails then turn into daggers, and he tries to attack Sailor Moon, but Tuxedo Mask appears to stop him, calling him by name. His name is Fiore. We can now refer to him that way. Fiore is excited that Darien remembers him, but he's also upset that Darien is wasting his time with a girl like Sailor Moon. So he tries to attack Sailor Moon for deceiving Darien, but Tuxedo Mask gets in between them to defend her. Tuxedo Mask gets knocked down, and so Fiore again tries to use his knife nails to stab Sailor Moon, but Tuxedo Mask throws himself in the way and takes 5 fingernail swords directly to the gut pouch. This is one of the most beautiful cinematics, in my opinion, in all of Sailor Moon. You should watch it just for this visual. Fiore steals the injured Tuxedo Mask and teleports away. So we see another flashback of Darien, this time after he was orphaned in the tragic car accident that killed his parents. All alone in his hospital bed, we see that he was actually visited while he was crying by the young Fiore. He wakes up from this flashback inside of a liquid-filled healing crystal with Fiore watching over him. Fiore tells Darien his own backstory, which is that he wandered alone in space for years without knowing where he was born. To our trained eyes, he looks very much like a Kaiju Doomtree alien, complete with the same cute little outfit. So we can assume he's related to them. He landed on Earth, where he was found by the young hospitalized Darien, and Darien leads him into safety out of the rain. Fiore says he knew that Darien specifically had led him to Earth, which is a wonderful detail since Mamoru is the holder of Earth's starseed. Fiore's body couldn't survive long on Earth, so he left. Darien gave him a flower, and he promised to return him flowers for him. He wandered the universe in search of a flower that was worthy of Darien, and he finally discovers this flower, which he calls the Cassanian flower, which we know to be the woman flower tour. He realized that all the humans had to be killed because they had allowed little Darien to be lonely, and so obviously the natural solution is genocide. Fiore's body, let's see. Darien then realizes that Fiore is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because of the Cassanian flower brainwashing him. Back on Earth, Artemis and Luna explain that the Cassanian flower is a thing they know well. It's an evil flower that will try to suck the life out of any planet it's on, and it's apparently the most dangerous life form in the universe. It's a parasite that possesses weak-willed people and turns them evil. By the way, flashing lights warning again during the scene. Apparently, just in this galaxy, the number of planets that the Cassanian flower has destroyed are too numerous to count. It is a real invasive plant. So Amy analyzes the energy from the plant that they fought that day, and it's the same energy as the asteroid they heard about on the news. They realize that must be Fiore's hideout, where he must have taken Darien. They want to teleport there immediately, but Sailor Moon refuses, and she's very upset. She doesn't want anyone else to get hurt protecting her. Rini tells her to get it together and shoots her with her gun. It fires a projectile that suction cups to her head, and a little flag pops out that says, "You can do it." The girls all also reassure her, not with a gun. And together they all use Sailor Teleport in another beautiful cinematic to teleport to the asteroid. While they're on their way to the asteroid, it transforms into a cool as fuck rock flower, which is covered on one side in magenta Cassanian blooms. While they're flying, they're attacked by another Cassanian mini mob, and they use Sailor Planet attack against it before falling down to the planet. Mercury then uses her computer to locate Tuxedo Mask, who is over yonder in his healing crystal juice tank. Fiore appears before them and promises to return Darien to Earth, once he's covered the Earth in Cassanian blossoms and killed off all of humanity. Then Darien can go home. Meanwhile, hundreds of Cassanians rise up all around them and attack. Venus, who is being very much the leader here, tells Sailor Moon that she should use Moon Princess Halation to cleanse all of the Cassanians, while the others are going to provide support and cover for her. So Sailor Moon, she swings her scepter in an arc. It's very cool. She kills a ton of them, but a remaining mass of others group up into a giant swarm that surges up. The squad are about to all get overwhelmed and buried alive, and just before they can, in that last moment, Sailor Mars throws Sailor Moon out of the way to save her. So now only Sailor Moon is left to face Fiore and his cronies. The others are buried. She's on the verge of attacking him, but then he dredges up the rest of the squad out of the ground and starts electrocuting them to force her to throw down her weapon and surrender. The girls, as they always do in these situations, tell her to keep fighting, but this is Sailor Moon, and she never sacrifices her friends for the greater good, so she throws down her weapon and gives up. However, her empathy forces Fiore to falter, dissolving many of the Ksanians and releasing the squad. But the main Ksanian reinforces her brainwashing and offers to lend him more power. He becomes covered in a grotesquerie of limbs, where the Ksanian has wrapped herself around him like one big, too many elbowed arm. There's so many elbows. It's very concerning. Meanwhile, Tuxedo Mask has finally managed to break out of the healing juice. Good job. Fiore grabs Sailor Moon in a crucifixion pose and starts stealing her energy. He says none of them could understand the loneliness that he and Darien went through. Hearing this, each of the 4 girls has a flashback to a time in their life when they felt lonely and ostracized. Fiore, meanwhile, has drained Sailor Moon's energy, is on the verge of stabbing her again, but the girls cry out to him, begging him to stop, because without Serena, they would have been all alone. He insists that she didn't just deceive Darien. Clearly, she's deceived them all. So he tries to stab her again, but he's interrupted by a tiny, feeble and wilted rose thrown into his chest by Tuxedo Mask, who has only barely managed to briefly be on his feet to throw it. He's trying the hardest he's ever tried, frankly. Mm-hmm. So being attacked by Darien with a flower very much shatters Fiore's resolve, and so he loses his power-up and collapses, feeling abandoned by Darien. All of the other Ksanians on the asteroid shrivel up and die, and the asteroid starts to break apart. However, the central piece, where the squad are all standing, starts to change course. Fiore reappears and explains, it's going to fall to Earth now. He's altered its course, and they don't have the power to escape, because if he can't have Darien, they'll all die together. And the Ksanian's like, that's cool. When you die, I'll take over the planet. Works for me. Sailor Moon says she won't let that happen, and she calls forth the Silver Crystal against the pleas of the squad. They're very worried, but she promises not to die. They'll all go back to Earth together. Fiore's not having this. He grabs her by the brooch mid-princess transformation to stop her from using her power and dissolves her transformation. It collapses into ribbons. But she gently enfolds her hand over his and tells him not to be afraid, because he's not alone. The Silver Crystal shows him another flashback of hers this time, where she was a child at the hospital, and she actually also encountered a young Darien crying because he was sad that his friend was about to go away and he couldn't do anything for him. He had no gift to give. Little Serena, who was at the hospital because her brother was born, offers him one of the red roses that she brought for her mother. Fiore realizes that the rose that Darien gave him came from Sailor Moon, and he releases the Silver Crystal. He gives up his negative emotions, and the main Ksanian dies, and he dissolves into sparkles. The asteroid, however, is still very much on a collision course with Earth. And as you may recall, we stuck a pin in this earlier. Artemis made it clear that this asteroid would burn up in re-entry if it entered Earth's atmosphere. So that's their new problem. And Sailor Moon still has to stop it. So she calls on the power of the Silver Crystal, assumes her princess form just at the moment where the asteroid hits the atmosphere of Earth and begins the process of burning up in re-entry. She uses Silver Crystal's power to create a force field around the asteroid. Tuxedo Mask, though he can't do much, he transforms into Prince Darien and goes to support her, and the squad line up behind her to try to lend their own power to strengthen hers as well. The force field is very much imperfect, and the asteroid is slowly crumbling at the edges, but Princess Serenity is holding firm even as the field grows smaller and smaller. She's not giving up. The girls who are struggling flash back to the times when Serena accepted and appreciated them for who they were, and they pour their hearts into giving her their power. The asteroid by now, it's collapsed so much, it's only a few meters wide. There's barely any area surrounding them. But with everybody's strength, the force field finally solidifies into a small, solid bubble. And then the Silver Crystal finally gives out and shatters, and Sailor Moon collapses, lifeless, but having saved her friends. Back on Earth, Rini and the cats are worrying for everyone and praying for their safe return. But Rini says she's sure Sailor Moon will protect them all. Up on the asteroid fragment, The squad now struggle to accept the fact that Sailor Moon is dead and they've lost her. Tuxedo Mask is then pulled into a space in his mind with Fiore, who's now purified, who offers Tuxedo Mask a flower, just like he promised, this one containing Fiore's life energy. He tells Tuxedo Mask to give the nectar to Sailor Moon, and it restores her to life. The now child form of Fiore floats off into space. Sailor Moon wakes up, and she says, I told you so. I told you I was going to protect you all. They break into tears and hug her. A flutter of rose petals float past the moon, and the credits roll. And that's the movie. It is genuinely, it's a really good movie.
It's a good movie.
You should watch it. I love it.
Yeah, and you can watch on Patreon with us where we're just in love with it for a solid hour.
Yeah.
So I wanted to note the other flashing lights warning. By the way, if you're watching this and flashing lights are going to be an issue for you, there's also a scene at the beginning of the movie when the cats are using the computer for research. The computer screen is going to flash, so be aware of that as well.
I agree with Ura. The asteroid sequence is peak Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Flawless. Oh, it's
Like,
cinema.
We're gonna be spending like a good solid hour on that sequence. Like,
I forgot. This is the first time I watched this movie since like I think I was in high school.
Mhm.
I forgot how good it was. Like we were rewatching it, and I was like, "No, this is great."
especially talking about that animation though. That
Yeah.
animation was
Yeah,
crispy.
And it holds
Beautiful.
up
That's,
too.
that's our first what worked category. So like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Great segue.
yeah. This is a movie. This is a movie. So the animation's super high quality. Like we were just gushing about. They had money.
They had
money
big
for
money.
this. I also described the the first flowers, quote, the world's most sinister dandelion.
Oh, before we get too far into it, can I just play one thing that
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
will hype us
Yeah,
up?
go for it.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
this is a deep cut.
Oh my god.
Tsunami guy
Oh,
doing the
damn.
voice.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Flip.
Bloom's the voice of the Toonami guy.
Oh my god, I did
Yeah,
not know
Spike
that.
Spiegel.
Yes.
Here's Slim D.
Amazing. Yeah.
Slim D
716.
716. No, thank you, because literally they have all of them, and
Oh my
I
God.
refuse to not acknowledge what masterpieces this
That is,
Toonami moment was.
they're custodians of a piece of Sailor Moon history.
It's true.
I'm
Yep,
so
all right.
excited.
Oh my god.
All right.
The human race will be sucked dry and become extinct.
Not if I can help it! Where's the rest?
Our world is in peril. The Cassenian blossom is alive to sow the seeds of hatred and bring forth the fruit of evil.
I can't.
Yeah, the fight sequence is actually also really hard in this movie.
Now, Serena will feel the sting of betrayal.
Your history, Sailor Moon. Hand over your magic wands, or who's your pals?
And her best friends become her worst enemies.
Fiore, no!
When evil blossoms, the Sailor Scouts are here to get to the root of the problem.
Think you can do it? You bet!
Sailor Moon R, the movie, next Friday at 5.
The future of our planet depends on you, Scout.
Every rose has its thorn. Only
Every rose.
Every
has its
rose has
thorns.
its thorn. Only on
Oh my god.
That's not even like they're really hyping it up, but it's that hype actually.
it's,
Like,
yeah.
No.
They didn't mischaracterize it in any way.
No, that's a very good trailer. That's what happens in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
and a good selection of things that take place in it too.
Without giving everything away.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
It was
Ninja
just
Master.
enough to really get you in.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And Ninja Master 551 coming and saying Toonami consistently makes the best trailers and promos.
Oh hell yeah.
Someone
Totally.
knew what they were doing.
Someone cooked here.
Mhm.
So
Also,
sorry to
the root of the problem. Get it? Because they're plants. Anyway.
Who's purple? Is that Duckie or Michi?
Oh,
In the
Michi.
document.
Oh,
Purple,
that's
Okay,
Michi.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just saying it's crispy as fuck animation, but yeah, I just had to bring up that trailer just because I freaking
Oh yeah,
I
the
love
trailer
the
was
trailer.
phenomenal. Yeah, my first comment was also absolutely gorgeous animation. And then I had a specific note. I love the creepy way that the Cassanian flower moves. It is like, it's very successfully creepy in that, like, as I said, like the skittery, like sudden bursts of movement thing, doing things that a flower is not supposed to do.
Like
I love
from
it.
when she first appears and like she unravels and does that whole like like spine twist with her. That's
Uh-huh.
so creepy.
Mhm.
So well
So good.
done.
It's you're so right. It's so good.
Also, the hair movement.
It was quite nice.
Like, what's your hair routine? Like,
Yeah.
Right? Right?
I also have the plant monster is so good. No,
Yeah.
It's just-
The
we-
hair
we
routine
love.
is human souls.
oh my god. Actually, you know what? Yeah, and as Ura said, we get real time
Time
attacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attacks that sometimes are not even announced with attack sequences, like shoot first, ask questions later. Sailor Mars, who is just
Yeah.
like, he's like, I'm gonna destroy the Earth, and she's like, nope, fireball. Like, just-
We get that so rarely in Sailor Moon. Like in my head, I think of it in this movie, in the Supers movie, in the first arc of Stars with Nehelenia, and that's all my brain can really remember of that happening.
Yeah.
But it's just so iconic. I wish it happened more.
Same. And these are some of the times when they're the most let out of the restrictions of trying to fit the narrative of the overall arc and that episodic structure, because the movies and the initial Nehelenia arc of Stars sort of exist as their own pocket things where they didn't have to, like, you know, hit the
Follow
beats of
that
filler, things
formula.
like that. There's no filler in the movies. There's
Yeah.
no filler in the Nehelenia arc. So,
I love the suggestion that like calling out the name is a formality.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
This is
Yeah, they
coming,
haven't
by the
needed
way.
to do it.
Yeah. They're doing it for you, really.
It's like how you have to open up your mouth if you're putting on mascara.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
involuntary.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's gonna be really sidebar for a hot minute. It's been like 10 years, but like it just dawned on me. Did any of you watch that Magical Boy anime that came out in 2014, 2015?
I did not, but I know
Like the
exactly what you're
briefest
talking
bit
about.
of it, but yeah.
What
Okay.
High Love? Yes, I watched all
Yes,
of it.
Cute High Defense Earth Club Defense Club,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, reason I bring it up, and I can't believe it took me this long to put it together. There was this part where their mascot, the wombat, is telling them, you know, in order to it's a wombat, in
Yeah, I
order
know.
to attack, you have to call out the attack name that comes to you with like feeling and love and blah blah blah. And they're just like, what the hell? And nothing's happening. But the main character, like when he says the attack name, it's like with such passion, and that's what makes the attack come out. And now that you just said that, it's like, oh, it's for you. It's like it's something that we're just doing as a courtesy. I'm just like, it just dawned on me. I'm like, oh, they're just okay. This wasn't necessary at all. They could have attacked at any time.
At any time. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
At
so
any
sorry.
time.
That was quick.
Yeah.
At any time. Yeah. Oh, cute high defense
Cute-
club love.
Yes.
Yeah.
How
That's
are
it.
you?
Yeah. Although that show also like does the whole when you're transformed, you don't pick up on like video and stuff. There's definitely a thing where one of them walks in front of a security camera and then he's all pixelated.
Nice.
It's
delightful.
of a parody of the genre, but it's a good parody
It's
of
a
the genre.
good parody. If
Yeah.
you haven't watched it, I'm pretty sure it's all still on Crunchyroll. It is just a love note in parody form to Magical Girl animes.
Mhm.
And I don't know why it took me 10 years to realize that dig on Sailor Moon, but I love it.
So what I'm getting is we need to eventually do an Eternal Mooncast episode on this.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here for it. Don't
Okay,
do that to me.
I will watch the series.
Continue.
All right.
Fun fact: wombats poop cubes.
So I
This
think
is-
our
this
big
is
thing
your
about
cursed
this
knowledge of the day.
Yeah. Ducky, you wrote a whole hot pink paragraph.
Oh yeah, I did.
Ducky
I
always,
did.
always has the comments with feelings in them. And I'm here
Yeah.
for it. They're so good.
I know. I
This
love all
was
the
just me
emotion.
like reacting to the bits that were like my favorite bits. Okay, so first and foremost, this was like literally burned out as a VHS for me as a small child. Like I like wore this tape down to the point where it started getting like grody.
I love that.
And I'm very happy that we got a Sailor V kick in here. And also like the Evil Spirits Be Gone AoE versus just like a
Mhm.
one-off. Like, I love it when we get like A, call back sold attacks, and B, like, let's do a combo in a new and an exciting way. Like, we got a Moon
Mhm.
Tiara action. It wasn't like called that, but like, it's almost like when cops are like telling you they're gonna taser you. I feel like that's what they're doing when they're like hollering, like, just so you know, this is what's coming. Do with this information what you will. You want to keep fucking around, okay? Anyway, Plant Monster, 10 out of 10. Wood Smash. I forgot other Plant Lady also existed. And I was very happy that there were 2 hot plant ladies.
There are so many hot plant ladies.
We get a Sailor Teleport. We get a Sailor Planet Attack. I'm always delighted for those in the animation. For those in this is just love. Thank you. I eat my meal. I don't know like what the yeah buddy this is so gorgeous sent me to space fuck me up. I think it was like the flower planet. I think it was the asteroid.
It could be.
It's always great like coming back to these because I'm like, what was this about? Oh right.
And we watched this a long time ago.
And then also the flashback sequences, like done in like the sepia tone that they're done in, and like agreed with everybody that had like commented this during the summary of like this is peak Sailor Moon, like this is peak Sailor Moon.
So specifically, the flashback sequences, be attentive for the various sepia-toned colorations that they each have. Mamo's has like a forest green, like the highlights in his hair. The girls each have toning in their own unique colors. So Mercury has a blue toned, Mars has a red toned, etc., which is just another nice little detail.
It's so many layers and it makes me so happy. And sparkly Fiore tears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I already said my comment about the Plant Monster being it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Yep. So here's another thing I really liked about the animation. There's a scene in one of the first fights where Serena's in the process of transforming and she starts doing her henshin phrase and her hair is like floating in the air. And then Rini cuts her off to be like, thank you for saving me. Good luck. And then she restarts her henshin phrase. But like when she stops the henshin phrase, her hair drops again. So I love the idea that that her hair does really start to float as soon as she starts her henshin phrase, and that's a thing that exists in universe. It's not just for the visuals. I also really liked the visual design of the asteroid. There's some very beautiful background paintings of the bright pink flowers set with these like giant dramatic pockets of shadow where the petals of the asteroid, and once it's unfolded, are blocking out the light from the sun. It's just, it's beautiful.
Yeah, the design on the asteroid and like the fights in space are just incredible.
Yep. I also really love Fiore's powered up form where the Cassanian flower just turns into a disembodied arm with, again, way too many elbows wrapped around him. Successful body horror, just incorporated in your Sailor Moon. Takeuchi would have loved it. She probably
had something to do with it.
Yeah. From what I can tell, at least from the fact that I believe she did I'm confident she did the designs for the Super S movie, because they are in the materials collection. So I suspect she's done the designs for all 3 movies. And therefore I wouldn't be surprised, because we know she does love her some body horror, if she was responsible for the too many elbows concept.
Takeuchi Sensei, a horror girly. Deeply a horror girly. She would have liked all of this to have been significantly more fucked up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, though no, wait, this is the positive. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. Yeah.
The one thing I want to add too is the animation sequence. This might be messed up, but like when they were in the the alleyway, with all the with the weird, creepy, crawly Cassanian flowers like attacking the inners, just that slow motion animation of each inner getting their ass handed to them was so well done. Like that whole part was beautiful. when they're doing the Sailor Planet Power and they're just kind of flying across the Cassanians, that was beautiful. Like, and the scene that keeps coming to my mind is when we're like from like a really far away view and you just see all the Cassanians and you see something in the distance and you kind of keep coming closer to Mamo and his little sphere of
Healing
water.
bubble of goo.
His healing bubble
Healing
of
goose,
juice.
yep.
Just that whole animation and when he breaks it and the water just comes out like that I don't know. It's been, I don't want to say how many years because I'll get hurt, but it's been a long amount of years and it still carries over. It's aged beautifully. Like it's still stunning.
Mm-hmm. And the visuals still feel unique and thought through.
Yeah.
I especially liked the animation when Usagi's like out of energy and her eyes are blank.
It hits you because like you see her eyes lifeless when she's the most like animated and full of life and emotion person.
Do we want to move on to the plot?
Yeah. Let's. I love how like this is a needlessly short section for how much I like this movie. I think because I don't have a lot of notes in here, and it's because I was so busy enjoying the movie the first time we were watching it. And there were a lot of times when I just didn't put in notes. So here's a thing that I liked specifically about plot structure note. I really like the jump scare when they're investigating all the fallen bodies in the street, and Mina has like knelt down to investigate one, like take the pulse. And then one of them suddenly like grabs her by the ankle. It's a very much specific jump scare. Top notch. Loved it. Yeah.
My only beef is like, hi, this is definitely not how Usagi and Momo met.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Same.
It is not.
We'll take the retcon for the bit because it gives us bisexual Mamoru, and like I put head Momo hater for my silly little title, but like I hate him the least in this movie.
Same.
He's actually nice to Duckie, and like his one like fatal flaw is like, oops, I didn't think this weird alien kid was real. I thought he was a figment of my imagination.
Yeah, he's like, I was going through a really traumatic time and I think I invented an imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
We love Itzy. But sorry, K-pop joke. But yeah, bisexual Mamo is best Mamo. Him and the Moonlight Knight go head to head, Ura.
Yeah. Also, I think Julia would fight you for the title of head Mamoru hater. She does also. She does super deeply hate him. Yeah, she hates him and is deeply a Seiya stan.
Excellent.
Seiya would never have shied away from the like greenhouse PDA.
No,
at the beginning
never.
of the movie, they're in the conservatory. They're about to kiss. Like Usagi's super into it, and Mamo's like, the girlies are watching me. I feel super embarrassed, and he like fucks off. Seiya would never have.
No,
Seiya would have like turned it up and been like, all right, you want to show?
You want to show?
Let's go.
Would you like to kiss with tongue in front of your
like
friends?
a kiss with tongue. He would like brush.
Let me lower the bushes so they can see clearer.
No, he would have taken her, dipped her, looked directly at them, and then kissed her.
Kissed her. Yeah, truly.
Like eye contact. Seiya is that bitch.
Yep. As far as plot structure stuff goes, I think this movie is truly a flawless example of my favorite thing about Sailor Moon, which is when it gets a little surreal and then a little bit horrifying. I have to say that the extent to which Sailor Moon informed my idea of good storytelling cannot be understated.
So true.
And it's also impressive. This movie's an hour.
It's
a lot happens.
A lot.
Yeah,
Mainline series could learn a lot from this.
No,
To piggyback off of what Relia said before, how I'm not writing a lot of notes. I was so into the movie, I wrote no notes. I just this is This is my favorite Sailor Moon movie as well of the three, and I was just so happy to see it again. And I actually had never watched it dubbed, so I was like, I was in, and then I turned and was like, oh, I never took notes. So just to throw out there really quickly as well, this is one of those instances where like a lot of times I will be like, wait, but this doesn't make sense, and they retconned this, and they did this. This is one of the very few exceptions where I don't care because it's done so well that A, B, C, D that doesn't make sense, I'm fine ignoring.
Yeah.
Like the one caveat to that is Fiore, Doomtree, not sure what happened here.
Yeah,
Ignoring
so
that, I can ignore the rest of it.
yeah, I'm with the movies, I'm so heavily willing to ignore the things that directly contradict canon because the movies themselves are so extra canonical. Like if you try to ask yourself, Sailor Moon are the movie, where this happens in the timeline, the best guess you could come up with would be in the last episode of R, after they've defeated Wise Man and right before Rini goes back to the future. Apparently, first they had a week where she hung out and they went to a conservatory and all of this happened because that's the only place you could conceivably put it there. And the movies, like this is not the first time where they've sort of they don't slot into continuities. And for that reason, I'm willing to just be like, anything they do that breaks canon is fine.
It's
They
fine.
weren't trying to be canon anyway.
I mean,
Exactly.
there's so many Sailor Moon things that are basically just side stories.
Mhm.
The musicals,
Oh.
the movies,
Mhm.
the video game, like the Sailor Moon Another
Another
Story
Story,
is
yeah.
is just a side story.
Yep.
Like Sailor Moon
In
lends its
particular, even the
Yeah.
90s anime as a whole.
yeah,
technically-
it's a side story,
Yes.
basically. It's a series that lends itself really well to being like, here's this group of characters and here's an adventure they go on. And in
Yep.
fact, I'd love to see them keep making them. Like,
Oh my
I'm
God.
really glad we got Crystal, but I would love like 6 or 7 more Sailor
Yeah,
Moon
just
movies.
more standalone
Just keep
Sailor
writing
Moon
crazy
movies.
side
Like,
stories.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or I would love a new video game. Like,
That'd
Oh
be
my
so
god.
like
Mhm.
a modern Sailor Moon RPG.
Yeah.
That would fuck.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Someone with money licenses Sailor Moon RPG.
Please.
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 Please put
Okay,
money.
Larian, give us a Baldur's Gate 3, but Sailor
Yeah.
Moon, please. Use your BG3 money to make
Yeah.
a cool computer game, Another Story.
Yeah.
Can we unpack that a little bit though of how this might tie into Tree of Doom?
Yeah, because
sure.
like
Yeah. So we know because we got the Doomtree's backstory. We do know that they started off with a large thriving population, and there was a schism as some of them became corrupted by chaos and turned evil. And I believe the story is that the Doomtree took the remaining ones that didn't turn evil, and they left the planet and went together into space to search for a new home. So I think the implication is that somehow when the tree was flying through space with its remaining little alien babies, Fiore like fell off the back.
Yeah, like he like fell off.
He's
the-
very much still a child, and that's why he has no memories of like where he came from or anything. And I feel
Yeah.
like they should have mentioned like actually based on how you look, we think we know where you came from. And we know 2 other people who are from the
yeah,
same
like here's
place,
your
and they
GPS
would
coordinates
love
to
to meet you.
wherever.
This would probably be amazing for all of you. That never happens, but I would like to imagine that it could and should.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it seems that he like the best guess I can come up with for how to work it into is that he fell off the back.
Yeah, he did. He just
Yeah.
sort of someone
Like a
someone
little
left
baby
him behind.
possum.
Just
When he was still in his seed pod, the seed pod rolled off the back of the tree, and
or maybe his seed pod parents tried to Superman and or Goku him.
oh,
Yeah.
maybe they were like the tree is
Yeah.
dying.
The tree is
Let's
dying.
Send him off to
Yeah,
get another
send
chance.
him
That
to
could
Earth.
easily
Fine,
be because
sad.
we do know that all of them except for Alan and Ann did eventually like shrivel up and die.
Die,
'cause they
yeah.
couldn't find a
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's distinctly possible his parents were like,
Bye.
go become Goku instead.
Yeah, go Clark. Live on
Go
Earth.
Clark. Yeah.
Go Clark.
Go Kal-El, I should say.
Yeah.
Go Gary
Yeah.
Oak.
You ever think about how Goku and Superman have the same origin story?
Same origin
Anyway,
story,
yeah.
don't worry about it.
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's
Don't worry
fine.
about it.
No, it was just such an interesting thought because like it could have been really fun for them, but I get it. They had an hour. They had
Yeah.
1
Right,
hour.
but like
Yeah.
there was like anytime you're dealing with animation, anything you see is not a coincidence, it's a decision.
Right.
So obviously someone in the writer's room, whether it was again Takeuchi doing the design who wanted him to be an alien from the same origin as the Mikaiju arc, or someone else who was writing the movie who decided to have him look like this. Someone made that choice. This was a deliberate decision to purposely make him look like them. So
Yeah.
we're not just making up, like, what if he's supposed to be connected to them? I think it would be foolish not to assume he's supposed to be one of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you think you can also connect it in, like, maybe the flower, since apparently it's regularly out here destroying planets, once again,
maybe.
did not awaken the Outers.
Yeah, but we set that aside.
We're going to set
They
that one
should have
aside.
stopped
Okay,
it.
yeah, right. Well,
Mhm.
like, the Doom Tree would have too, but, you know,
Yep.
that's one of the
Well,
side story, and I'm over it. I'm
Yep.
so over it.
Actually,
Hang on.
wait, Ducky got a moment.
Because, like, we know for a fact that the Outers, they're high school, or wait, are they in the high school or are they in the middle school in Mugen?
Junior high.
Junior high. Okay. But Michiru, in her flashbacks to when she's awakened as a senshi, is wearing, like, a different school uniform. Like, I know they, like, but it looks like she's younger. So, like, it's possible that they woke up, just didn't find the rest of the girly pops.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know contemporaneous to the events of canon when they woke
Yeah.
up. But if they did wake up in time for this, they would have failed to do their jobs, and I can't suspect Neptune allowing that to happen.
No.
Like, she is with her mirror, with her prescience. Like, she self-awakened, she awakened Uranus. Like, she would have been on that.
Yeah.
Because it seems like she was, like, alone for a hot minute. It seemed like she was like Mina, where she was, like, awake for a good long while. I can't remember. Like, when we get to it in S, I'll, like, make a note to see, like, how long she says she's been, like.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of, we're going to get to that real soon too. The rest of that thought was that, like, maybe the flower had destroyed this part of what fucked up the Doom Tree.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I would have loved to have seen? I'm sorry, this is so off topic, but I would have loved to have seen the flower meet Galaxia.
She sure could try.
I mean, like, it's such an interesting interaction because, like, their goals are so different that they cause problems for each other for different reasons. Because, like, Galaxia's like, I want to take the star seed of that planet, and Cassanian Flower's like, where are you going to find a living being to take the star seed out of that planet? I've killed them all. They're all dead. You know, like, repopulate it, and maybe someone will be born with it. You have an inherent conflict there too, because their goals are at odds. She'd be like, no, that flower must be destroyed. It's preventing me from giving star seeds to my star gardeners. Yeah.
Like, you're ruining my plan.
It's inherently, whichever one of them gets there first will have foiled the other one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's really funny that you say that, because literally this morning as he's getting ready for work, my husband was like, so do you think Galaxia attacked the tree, but the tree's like in space, so is that like messed up? And I'm like, go to work.
In some way, I think the tree being in space means that she doesn't
She would
care.
have skipped
It's
them,
not
right?
on a planet. that
Yeah.
has a
It's not on a
star
planet.
system,
There's
so
no-
it doesn't affect
That's what
her.
I thought, but that's going down a different tangent. I just threw that out
Yeah.
there because that was
There
just
is
really
no-
funny that
there
he
is no
mentioned that a few hours ago.
Sailor Makaiju, so she doesn't give a shit.
I mean, there is a planet, but she
Yeah.
probably got the starseed from there.
Yeah,
if
or
tree
the
isn't.
Yeah.
plant got it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the plant
Yeah.
could have gotten it already.
Plant
Coming
could've
at
gotten it.
True.
each other from
Again,
opposite ends of the
again,
universe.
true.
Whoever's
It's like,
in the middle.
oh well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Not
didn't mean
to-
to
not to-
take.
No,
No,
you're
it's
good. Pop this or a comment about, to be fair, the Otters weren't woken up in Black Moon Clan either. Not to actually you, but they're from Earth, and Planet
Yeah.
X is still within the solar system.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is an interior, and they are environmental terrorists from Earth who were exiled to Nemesis.
Planet Nemesis, yeah,
Um,
which is
and
based
can
on a
stay
real thing that's
Yeah.
in our solar system.
there.
But I
Yeah.
agree with Ura in that Galaxia would stomp out that.
She
block.
would, yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Completely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she would too. There's no question of who would win.
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
just like, yeah, it would be like playing like Battleship almost between the two of them. Like, direct encounter, Cassanian's fucked, but like, if it was just like eviling on opposite sides of the universe, it would just be like, who gets.
Yep. Free fanfic idea.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
free
turf
fanfic.
war. The boundary of the turf war between the Cassinian Flowers
Yeah.
and Shadow Galactica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you could build so much out of it because there would be like refugees from planets that
Mhm.
like had the Ksani flower start to bloom there who were like, oh, this is bad, we gotta leave. But they're forced to then go into the area that is under the like tyrannical control of this dictator.
Yeah.
And it's like, I guess that's our option.
Yeah,
We have
they
to move
are
into that.
they are the better choice
Yes,
here.
yeah, they're the only
Oh my
choice
God,
for you.
Ura,
Like, they're really, really cool. I'm here for it. But also
After marriage, Galaxia.
backtracking, like, you know,
It's like
how
if they work together,
No.
that would be like the ideal thing. Except Galaxia is incapable of delegating. So like,
All right, so if we're gonna, you have to now imagine Fiore in lingerie.
Okay, taking the wheel. Taking the
just
wheel. Where are we
requires
going?
all of the underlings to
No,
wear
my brain won't let
lingerie.
it happen. It's for the best.
We should talk about the characterization of this movie.
Characterization.
Yeah, before we do, can I also backtrack to a previous
Sure.
point, which is
Sure.
like other things that we would like to see from Sailor Moon, since we've now mentioned the idea that Neptune herself was awake for a time period that is unclear. She was active. She was fighting monsters. Could we see her do it?
Right.
I would love an entire series, just like Sailor V had her own series of her adventures as an independent
Free
superhero.
fanfic idea.
Let's get a
Yes.
series about Neptune and her adventures as a superhero, but she's like, because she keeps it under wraps, she's like, it'll be much more convenient for me if I don't become famous, so I'll be real stealth about it. And then like halfway through, she also acquires Uranus, and then they have adventures together, and then it's very romantic. You could do an entire series of their pre-S adventures together, and it would fit entirely within canon.
Free fanfic idea.
I love it.
Give
I
it to me.
absolutely love it.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's talk about the characterization
Yes,
of this movie.
Yeah, let's talk about this movie.
Yes,
I
we
really
do.
like that.
Movie.
Is that what you guys are here for?
So
Yeah,
Usagi.
why don't we talk about the art movie?
yeah, why don't we just talk about the outers for the next however long? I mean,
So I love the opening because Usagi is a horny hoe for Darien.
Girl,
So true.
girl.
we respect a
has
thirsty
mission.
bitch.
I love the part where all the other girlies are spying on Serena and Darian, except for Amy, who's like desperately trying to be the voice of decency.
Mhm.
But the rest of them are like,
And it's
let's see, tell me more.
Yeah, but then Ami
And
like
then it's so
goes
because-
back and she's like, I gotta get some of this. It's so bad.
it's so true. Ami tries so hard to
We
be good
mustn't
and then
look,
she
we
fails.
mustn't look.
No, and then I love Chibiusa's backpack blushing when they're kissing. They're like, what? All right, Ducky,
Oh,
your
yeah.
turn.
I
Go on.
yapped a lot again. Mamo is so nice in this. What the fuck? This is genuinely jarring, but like nice. Because like he's just not an asshole. And I'm like, wow, why can't you be like this all the time? Anyway. Also, Chibiusa, like in the sequence where like they're walking her to school or whatever, because she has decided she wants like one more week in like 20th century Earth, like
Yeah.
okay. She like Usagi like yeets through a window like holding Chibiusa. And there's like this funny sequence where she's like trying to get her to wake up and like stuffing like tissues up her
Yeah, she
nose.
could kill her.
But then like she's like actually like grateful for being saved, and she calls Usagi Moon Mama, and like my whole heart, I love that bitch so much. And then yeah, Usagi's just sassing, claiming Artemis for Boston as well as Mina because he calls it a most wicked weed. Indeed. Wicked mentioned.
The wicked me.
Boston. Thank you. Also Usagi having like these moments of doubt, like when Mamo's been kidnapped and she's like, oh shit, what do we do? Because like if I take the girlies here, I'm going to put them in danger. Like maybe it's better to just have this like weird alien man have my mans. It's nice to see her using the brain cell for once. But also like it makes her more relatable too, like of like, okay, yeah, she doesn't have her entire shit together even as a superhero. The bit where the girlies are like strung up in their giant like plant is giving Doom and Gloom Part 2, which is my
Yeah.
favorite part from season 1. As much as it hurts me and my Kokoro. Also Ray being the last one standing again, and like
Eating her.
that's just like extra dagger twist. And Usagi like refusing to abandon the girls, and that being kind of the brainwashing crack for Fiore. Like, yes, good. And also like just the bit with the flashbacks and the girls trying to like convince Fiore to like stop being a brainwashed little baby and like maybe don't kill everybody, perhaps. Like their pleas were so good. My just, you're the glue that holds us together, Usagi. We can't do this without you. Like, dead, beyond dead, crying. Anyway, that's me.
Yeah, I think this movie is, I think, one of the best examples of how the Sailor Moon animated series in particular really sells you on why the other girls, the Inner specifically, are so devoted to her. Because I think there's this, you know, if you come at it from the outside, there can be this impression that like they all feel like they have to do everything for her just because she's the princess. And it's like, oh, she's the designated important person and therefore they should do whatever they can to help her and things like that. And this is really such a perfect encapsulation of what has been built over the course of the series, because they pull these flashback scenes from actual episodes in the anime. I think with the exception of Venus. Where these are actual scenes that we saw in previous episodes, where you see the fact that it is real to them, that they felt alone, and it was her love and her friendship that brought them into a world of color. And that, you know, the reason that they are loyal to her isn't because she's the princess, it's because she's her. And I so love that that was so important in this movie, and that it rang so true even to Fiore, that he couldn't be like, you girls are lying about her being important. He had to be like, no, she's deceiving you too. Like their sincerity was undeniable to him. I love that.
Yeah, I guess that's me at the end.
Oh no, because I skipped over my whole crap.
Okay.
I was just tagging on to what Ducky had said about
okay.
The glue
I think
that
the
holds
next
us all
one's
together.
me.
Oh, okay.
So can I say Fiore sounds like the biggest dweeb in
Yeah, his dub voice is a bit dweeby.
Old
Like I don't
Very
no offense
motherfucking
to the
old.
voice
hate it, but like yeah, I get your comment.
I watched the Viz dub of this movie with a friend today, and the voice acting is so much better
Oh,
for the
interesting.
Fiore.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters
so-
when they brought it back for like the Viz dub back in like 2015. It was so good. Like they did a really nice job with it. Like I was like,
Yeah. No offense to the voice actor, just I
It's
didn't
so
like
yeah,
the
sometimes the
direction that
casting
whole
is just
movie
not
took.
what you're expecting the voice to sound like.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's a bad performance.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, all right. So I have a bunch of notes here on characterization that I liked. I really love Sailor Moon having another emotional crisis about not being strong after Tuxedo Mask gets taken away. I think it's always nice to see heroes like overcoming their insecurity and struggling with their emotions, because I think it's good to have heroic, super powerful characters model that behavior for a young audience and for any audience, really. I think it's empowers people to, you know, deal with their vulnerabilities with friends who can support them. I like the Sailor Moon Venus gets to do some actual team leadership in this movie. She comes up with a battle strategy. She issues commands. So nice to see it. Sailor Moon doing a mass Moon Princess halation is so badass. Just like swinging her scepter across the battlefield. She looks very powerful. I love it. I also, as a little emotional beat, I love the like. So there's the part where the squad gets buried. They get buried alive under the flowers. and her instant reaction is to desperately start digging to try to free them. And I love the desperation with which she just tries to dig them free. She has no shot of digging them out with her hands, but like her instinct is to try anyway. And that kind of thing reaches me when someone does something that's obviously futile because they can't help it. It was such a nice beat. I also love her straight up acknowledging that she knows she could beat Fiore, but she won't do it at the cost of her friend's life. She's like, oh no, I could win.
Oh, that's not the part I'm worried
No,
about.
I'm not worried.
I'm not willing to let you kill my friends to do that. And I actually this was a dub only decision. I really like the dub decision to change Sailor Moon's dialogue to, it's cool, why have the crystal if I'm not going to use it? Like, this gives her this beat of this very brave nonchalance and this reassuring cheer in the face of what she knows is a self-sacrifice. I think it's so characteristic of her that, like, Girly Pop is 100% going to die, and she knows it, but she doesn't want her friends to also be stressed while it's happening, so she will reassure them. I love it so much. Like, I thought it was a really good dub decision to make.
Yeah, I completely agree. My note on characterization here is that I really liked that Fiore's main weapon is Evil Claws, which is traditionally a feminine weapon for monsters in Sailor Moon.
Yep.
We do have a number of men who are antagonists.
Yep.
And they don't usually do the evil fingernail thing.
Yeah.
Like, even Zoisite didn't do that. And I don't think Fisheye does either. Like our two other
Gay icons.
femme men. I mean, like we have to include Kunzai.
Kunzai is of course a gay icon too. Yeah, but you're right. He's the mascot.
Yeah, he's very masculine. He would never attack.
I feel like Fisheye uses them like one whole time. Like, I feel like she's got to get into a cat fight with somebody, at least as a civilian. But, like, it's been so long.
Just with regular fingernails.
Yeah. Not with, like, super powered fingies.
I wrote this and then I have a note bulleted and indented underneath it that says he also has a sword.
He does have a sword. Oh, we only see it once. He does also try to stab Sailor Moon with that at some point. He never uses it again. It may be because when Tuxedo Mask was fending him off, he used his cane up against the sword, and you can see that the cane chips into the sword multiple times. So maybe the sword lost structural integrity, and he was like, "Yeah, fuck this sword. I got my nails."
Yeah.
Yeah. And can we also just admit, Fiore, like, style
the drip is phenomenal, and I love that.
The
like
drip.
This is his, so you can see that he's a green alien with like a beautiful teal green hair. When he powers up, pink hair. I love that for him. Like, he was like, what if I get a better, like a different hair too? That'll be fun. I'm gonna change my whole look.
Oh, here, I'll bring it out.
Yeah, see?
Oh, yeah,
he's gone completely to pink hair.
Yeah. Too many elbows.
Too many elbows.
I
So many
also
elbows.
love
I was not kidding. It's just so many elbows.
Yeah, his original design looks really similar to, like, Prince and Endymion also.
Yeah.
With his little shoulders and his, like...
He looks a little
applique.
like it's like a toned down version of what's his name, the beautiful villain from the beginning of Magic Knight Rareith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, him. Everyone's
I'm
like,
glad you said that. Those shoulder pieces were
the
giving
shoulder
me, like,
pieces.
grayer.
Yeah, except like
Yeah.
what's beautiful, what's his name's shoulders are like out to here.
Interestingly,
name
like
starts
those
with a
shoulder
Z. I
pieces
can't remember what the hell it is.
also, like, those shoulder pieces also are similar to the way that the Shiteno are done in PGSM.
As was the
live action.
style at the time.
They are.
But yeah, PGSM had all of those sort of curly Q filigree look to it.
Yeah.
You know what's surprising? I've never seen a cosplay of this.
Yeah.
I've seen it, like, once.
Yes,
It's
kind of
wild.
Kind of a deep
Deep
cut.
cut. Yeah.
But...
I've only seen one Fiore cosplay. Shout out to Umi no Tenchi. Debuted their Fiore last year, but it wasn't this look. It was the more
red
like
one?
Doomtree-ish look.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one.
That one? Yeah.
Mhm.
Not with the gropey
That's
hand.
awesome.
Not with
Not
no
with
go
pink hair. Yeah, this is the one where he's like, he's lost all the Cassanian influence and is just his little Doomtree alien self. I love that he has like 3 different alien looks.
Yes.
Yes, and then also, can we kind of admit, I get what Tux is
Yeah.
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Totally.
his human look is not good.
Ariel.
He also looks just like fucking Alan.
Correct.
He does.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that.
He does.
They literally said copy paste.
Besties, twinsies.
Yeah.
Twinsies.
Brothers
like,
from
it's
the
very
same
Yeah, like-
same mother.
Yeah, like maybe I don't know, maybe seed parents were like, we're pushing this one off on the hopes that it becomes Goku, but fuck these other two.
Yeah, you become Goku. We've got these two.
There's only room
Yeah.
on the door for Rose.
Yeah. But yeah, I like how like the design elements are just like, okay, yes, like this person is very clearly connected to like Momo and like weird alien people.
It's the pleated pants.
Yeah.
They just needed to be purple. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sailor Denzel brings up a good point.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it's kind of the opposite of
That's
Darian's
true.
outfit. Darian's is a black with a red cape, and his is white.
Yeah,
with a
they're kind of
blue
like
cape.
inverses of each other.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I just wanted to bring up that because I thought that was an
Smart.
interesting.
Yeah. Normally here we talk about the relevance to the ongoing story if we were watching a full episode, but this is a movie. Like it's a side story. It's
Yeah.
just a side story.
As we've discussed, it's sort of extra canonical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think there should be more tie-in movies that are just the like. I think if you're gonna do a tie-in movie, it should always be a side story. Take the characters, put them in a new situation.
Yep.
Don't do the whole like this takes place in between episodes. No, just a side story.
Mhm.
Just a side story. Just these characters. Here's a new adventure for them. Write a solid thing that resolves front to back for 90 minutes. Side story.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
thoughts with that kind of tie into my thoughts with the characterization. Just speaking about Usagi, or Serena, I should say, in this point, because you're seeing her grow and mature throughout Classic and R, and now the R movie. And this kind of lets you remember that, yes, she's maturing and she's going through all this. She's a princess. She has a past life, but she's still 14 right now. And like having her kind of break down in that tunnel and worry about her friends and trying to dig them out of the flowers when clearly that's just not going to happen. It's showcasing that, yes, she has all of this responsibility. She has all of this pressure. She has this role. This is who she is, but she's still 14. So I think that was a really, really nice kind of showing the double-edged, like the double-sided coin of what Serena Usagi is. She's Sailor Moon, but she's 14.
Yeah.
And
she's
there's
just
a
a
lot
baby.
happening here.
Yeah, she's
I
young
really
girl.
like that. You know, listen,
Now she's got a
there's anime that's not a bad thing.
Secret
Yeah.
boyfriend. He does though.
Yeah.
This
Mickey's
like,
hot.
this I cannot overstate how much gayer this movie is in the original Japanese. Like the entire scene where like the newscast is talking about the asteroid. The girls also have an extended conversation about how Mamoru is also very popular among men. Like even Ami participates and is like, I guess he's popular with the guys too. Like, and then they talk about how like I think Minako is like, oh yeah, I knew a couple in my class who were like that, and like they're explicitly talking about how queer the relationship and the vibes were between Mamoru and Fiore. And that was just from the two words that they exchanged, and they have a whole conversation that is explicitly, it's explicitly about the gay vibes.
Miyako is like, oh, my school has some gays
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
Grab her as
Of which you are one, darling, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but to be fair, in Fiore's
Uh-huh.
defense, I need my visual example. I'm a visual person. No. I know it's in here. I got
Someone
this.
does need to tell Minako about bisexuality.
Yeah.
Like
clearly
She would enjoy
Mamoru
it.
and Usagi are a bi for bi couple.
very
Yeah.
much.
Right.
Open.
Usagi's
tab.
most
Bingo.
bisexual person. It's so true.
Okay, but if you saw him, he screams
He
bisexual.
does.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
that's one of his better outfits.
Yeah.
The red shoes are a choice,
Honestly.
but like
Yeah,
his
like
outfit.
You know the meme where it's like the group of the gay friends is going to brunch and it's just like the Muppets in various outfits?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Momo's wardrobe is that.
honestly. Yeah, and it was 1993. Okay, I'll give you that.
He's
And
a
like,
fruity
frankly,
little
this is very progressive for 1993. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, the mid to late 90s, like 1993 to like 1998,
Mhm.
were better about this than we give them credit
Yep.
for, and
Yep.
we kind of tend to remember it more through the lens of 2000 and onward. And like I said in one of our other Mooncast streams about we have a big regression in culture starting in the
Mhm.
year 2000 and a big conservative backslide.
Yep.
And an extreme increase in like sexism and homophobia that like we kind of, I think as a generation that grew up at that time, now we're the olds here, but
Yeah.
we then sort of try to, in remembering that, some of the 90s gets filtered through that lens, and
Yeah.
that's not the case. It was a not great time, but a more progressive time than the years that came after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all of that is important to understand how we got fucking here. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's talk about something else. Was it exciting?
It was. The movie has all
my
the
God, yeah.
action, like from the transformation sequences
Yeah.
to the attacks to just Usagi in general is like full of life in
Mhm.
this movie for the most part. So like it's a really good movie. It's actiony.
Yeah. The action sequences in this are peak. They had the budget for the animation. They are
Mhm.
beautiful. They are breathtaking. I recommend dropping an edible and watching it. It will enhance your movie watching experience. Try not to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the standout
I
moments?
forgot to make notes here too. But
Same. I was so busy.
I'm like
watching the
all of
movie.
it.
I took such sparse notes.
The whole
Yes, same.
film.
But like, let's talk about that black and red animation sequence when Darian gets hit.
You can never stop me talking about how much this has wired my brain, and I think this is this is shit that Ikuhara loves as well, because we see this heavily used in Utena eventually, and we see like there are very few sequences in Sailor Moon that have this level of like beautiful visual cinematic intent. Where this is a visual that is cut entirely in black and red silhouette. It is shot upside down. There's a similar sequence in one of the previous seasons that you will have heard me talk about, and I will have referenced this movie when we spoke about it. But the Marine Cathedral, again, has a sort of a similar visual language where they are very clearly doing something that is visually artistically impactful. And I love this sequence. It lives in my mind rent free.
And by the way, get ready for the 5-hour special on the Marine Cathedral, because like
It's
we're gonna be
coming.
going scene by scene,
coming.
shot by shot.
No, you're ready. Are you ready for us to unanimously give that episode a 5 out of 5?
Yeah. That's
Infinity out of
getting a
5.
6 out of 5 from me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were talking about doing a panel at Otakon, and then there was a snafu with the submission form. But our panel pitch was our favorite episodes of Sailor Moon, and we were like, "So what are they?" And it was three of us just like the Marine Cathedral.
Let's yap about that episode and that episode only for an entire hour. Yes.
Yeah. We'll get to do that. Don't worry.
Katsucon panel applications just open.
Oh, okay, well, we can do that. Yeah. We can talk about it there.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. And then, by the way, good news. I found
Yay.
it.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Show it.
So thank you to Tigger. You have a very long name, but I'm going to put it in the comments. Thank you so much.
Mario, maybe UTTPR_.
Yeah,
thank you. But thank you so much for this.
Darian!
Oh my God! They cut it for the English version. They censored it.
Oh my love.
Oh my God! No. No,
Oh my God.
that is a butchering.
Can't lose him. He's
Like,
the
why?
only friend I've ever
I
had.
mean,
And also that Deke music.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Bob.
Okay,
love
yeah,
Bob
watch
in
it in
this
Japanese.
house.
Very important that you watch the sequence in Japanese
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you will get the full scene.
They did it back in for
Yes,
this.
yes,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
did.
That's why I was like the version that I watched. Yeah,
They do a callback to the whole like black and red dramatic animation in Cosmos.
Yep.
When
Yeah.
Kaku gets killed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which tones that scene down actually amazingly because it's also really gory.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh damn, they're doing one of these. I wanted to see
Yeah.
that.
Wait.
Yeah.
But that's how I felt in the Cosmos movie when they took out Sailor Kaku
Yeah,
getting
I mean,
stabbed.
they do the black and red thing instead of you
Yeah.
just
But
watching
it's
the
not,
Yeah,
like,
watching the
watching
blunt
her
end of the
just
staff go
splatter
through her
fest.
chest. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're gonna kill her.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Do it, you cowards.
That might be messed up, but let's go.
Yeah.
it's fine. She's already wearing
and then
red.
yes. All right, about that scene before we move on.
No, I'm good.
No,
All right,
so good.
real quick, Ura had a comment. My brain chemistry was rewired by the end sequence where Saki is holding the silver
Yeah.
crystal to her chest as red ribbons are flying behind her, and there's this
Yeah.
slow panning. The panning, especially, I want to talk about the panning. But the panning behind her before we get to the front, before her eyes open and the song starts. Those ribbons like rent free in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true. I think the decision to have this sequence where she's been collapsed down to this mid transformation and her ribbons are fluttering around her, and to again take that in this diegetic way, and it shows that there is this, like, a lot of times in Sailor Moon they will have her like be various forms of naked, and it is this visual representation of the way that like her power is innate to her. And that the costume is sort of just a finery that wraps around the fact that the power was in her. And so this was another great exploration of that. I love it so much.
Hi, Vic.
And then Ninja Master 551 coming in saying apparently Pioneer released an uncut and uncensored in a censored dub. So there was two, which explains why I remember it one way when
Yeah,
I watched
okay.
it, and
Censored
another one
version's
in
not on
that.
Toonami. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, so censored was in Toonami. That makes sense.
Okay. But yeah, no. Like that bit in particular, and especially like thinking about like she's at her most vulnerable, right? Like she's like magical naked. We got our little shoujo sparkles going, right? But like thinking of it in that way of like, okay, here's this villainous villain attacking like literally this poor naked teenage girl, and here she is saying, "Not today, Satan. You're
And
not
she's
blowing
the
up
one
my
telling
planet."
him not to be afraid.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like she's the one comforting him. She's the one. Like,
Something that makes me really upset. So you know how I love finding clips of Sailor Moon?
Mhm.
There are exactly 0 clips of Power of Love or Moon Revenge.
Huh.
evil.
Yeah. I will say there used to be clips of Moon Revenge many years ago, but I assume that they have been scrubbed from the internet, from YouTube at the copyright holder's request.
Yeah.
Yep, because the movie is on YouTube to watch for free. But but what makes, and we'll get into this more later, but what makes me mad is that that was probably the first time when we watched it. That was probably the first time in like 15 years I had seen Power of Love. Like,
Yeah.
you don't understand how much that moment meant to me. And it like makes me so upset I can't find it on YouTube to watch.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
No, we're good. I absolutely had this on VHS as a teen. I think this is one of the first few things that I ever owned for Sailor Moon.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, no. I remember renting this at Blockbuster to date myself. I remember begging my parents, and my parents are like, "You've already rented that movie." And I'm like, "I don't care. I want this
Yeah, and I
one."
want to rent it again.
So
Again.
my copies of all 3 of the movies were subbed bootlegs that my dad got in Chinatown in New York City because he worked out in New York City at the time. And I believe it was the R movie that, like, after you got to the end of the movie, then it would cut midway into like bootlegged episodes of Vision of Escaflown. And I jumped in with like, no, so I have like this, I had this like limited knowledge of just a selection of that series before I ever had access to the full thing.
Nice.
I really were gonna say that like the VHS rolled into something else, and I was expecting like football or like
no, just
other Sailor Moon R episodes or like this Chinese TV show or something like that. There was clearly like the Chinatown business owner like copying it on their VHS player up in their whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I was not expecting an entire anime series completely. Yep.
nice.
Bootlegs are beautiful. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we want to? Ooh,
Oh.
ooh, thank you. I'm gonna take a peek at that. Do we want to take our break before we talk about the negatives, or do we want to talk about anything else positive?
This is a good time to take a break.
Perfect time to take a break. Why don't we take a break?
Yeah.
Like we have some negatives, but like we don't have a ton to talk about after,
Yeah.
so we can keep the break a little short. Unless
Yeah.
somebody needs to go do something.
No.
No, you want to take like 5?
Can we make it 10?
Yeah, we can make
Yeah,
it 10.
make 10.
Yeah, 10's fine.
I want to
Okay.
go pet the puppy.
Okay, do it. Yeah. All
And I
right.
wanna
Don't
make
go
some
anywhere. We'll be back
All
in
right.
10 minutes. We have more to say about the movie. Lovely to see all of you when we would like to keep hanging out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you also go take a food break and a pee break and
Yeah.
a
Bio break.
bio break, whatever
Yeah.
it is. I don't know,
Hydrate.
I don't know what time it is there. So
Hydrate or
take a break.
dihydrate, kids.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
we'll be back.
Back in 10. What's another minute?
Sorry, I know it's always a surprise when you come on camera. But
No,
welcome
that's
back,
okay.
everybody.
I just happened to be in the middle of talking.
Welcome back, everybody, for part 2 of Sailor Moon R, the movie Promise of the Rose review. Now, we've talked about what we liked. We talked about all the positives, but we definitely have a lot to talk about in what could have been better.
Yeah, it's not a huge amount because this is a good movie.
Really good movie.
But we're real solid. Relia's right here.
Rizuki.
Rizuki.
She'll be back. She's on her way back.
Yeah. She's on her way back and wanted to come back, and she'll jump in when she's ready. Yeah. Let's talk about what's janky about the animation, which isn't a ton, because this is a movie with a budget.
Yeah.
But Mama, what is that outfit?
Yeah.
I've already shit on his outfit, but like, yeah, wrong our name for our movie night.
Yeah.
For a Mamo outfit, I don't hate it. Like he's had worse. A few things could beat his jogging outfit for me, as far as like low points, and I feel like this is not that.
Okay, I think Rizuki is about to return to us. There you are.
Yay!
Hello.
Hooray.
Yeah, but we were talking about animation and what didn't work.
Didn't work. Yeah. As I kind of noted earlier, they really did just copy paste Alan.
Yeah.
Fiori's just kind of Alan again.
Mm-hmm.
But without the flute.
Yep.
Yeah. No musical talent for this.
No.
Seed baby.
Yes.
No. Just florist talent, like, which is still pretty fruity, like.
Yeah, there's I think it's fun. Like his name is definitely Fiore, which is, I assume, like just the I believe Italian word for flower, which makes sense. He's very flower themed, but I like that Fiore can sound very much like Fiorale, and Ale is Alan's Japanese name, because Alan and Anne are just Ale and Anne, they're alien.
Yeah.
So I like that there's sort of that similarity between his name and Alan's name. He ties in with the other aliens. Timu Alan.
No, I saw that. No, it's like,
Tan, thank you.
why would you say something so brave but so
So true.
Yeah.
Controversial, but so brave.
I just checked I have a keyboard that speaks Italian because I was doing a language learning app, and I was like, well, I can set my keyboard to check my Italian spelling too. And then help me write sentences with some machine translation. But like Fiore is flower in Italian. I just double checked.
Yeah, the only reason I knew that particular thing without knowing Italian is the Italian glassworking method, Mille Fiore.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Little flowers, yeah, of glass.
Fancy.
Ducky time?
Yeah.
Gary Oak ass motherfucker. Tell me I'm wrong.
Right.
But anyway, also just like I didn't love that he, like, I wish we would have given him like Alan and Anne's coordinates, because like him just like somersaulting away at the end was just like, goodbye.
This never happened.
Yeah, like, buddies, like, could we have had like some other exit? I don't know what kind of exit, but not that.
I think they already had the animation from Alan and Anne, so they were like, "That's just reused."
I think I really, because I also really felt that, one of the things I really would have liked to see was more of a hopeful conclusion to his story.
Yeah.
This feels like the restorative punishment ending that redeemed villains get, where like they get to be redeemed, but as punishment for the fact that they were previously evil, now they also have to like suffer. And so instead of getting to be redeemed and go off like and hopefully, you know, search the universe or like have some sort of an optimistic farewell, he's just like jettisoned out the back.
It just feels like jazz hands away. Like,
Start over.
it's like even if it was just like him like getting
Right.
like dropped somewhere of like having to start all over, like freaking Salim Bradley at the end of FMA, like that would have been fine. But like just
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I
When you
feel-
said if he could just get dropped somewhere, my immediate brain was just like, you know, it'd be funny if he got dropped on a planet right as Galaxia attacked.
I feel like this was a pacing decision to they really
yeah.
wanted to end the movie without an extended denouement because we also literally never get to see them go back to Earth and be reunited with Rini
Yeah.
and the cats. Like,
Right,
the minute
yeah.
she comes back to life, it ends with them hugging on the asteroid, which is
Yeah.
still very much up in the upper atmosphere.
Yeah.
They have
This is
not
true.
solved like they I assume are going to sailor teleport with Tuxedo
That's
Mask
a
along
great
for the
idea.
ride back to the ground, and then hey, Rini and the cats. By the way, we
Like
did
the
it.
credits
Let's
show it, don't
like,
they?
like let's I don't think so.
Or am I on drugs? I might be on drugs.
I don't think they do. But like they decided they really wanted to end, like hit the climax, denouement this long, and then roll to the
die.
credits.
Yeah.
Which I get the choice pacing wise to end it on that really tight note. But it lets down all of the nice scenes that would have been so nice to have.
Yeah. No. Because
All
like
right.
even if it were like, okay, we can do this, or like the girlies reuniting with the baby and the cats, like, okay, fine. But like neither?
Neither.
Yeah.
Yep.
Neither.
They had
Yeah.
Yeah,
60
20 seconds. Time is money.
Ura is asking, what does that word you're saying mean? The French sounding one. The word is denouement, and this is a word that has to do with narrative structure and the idea that your narrative follows a flow of the story has like a rising action, and it rises in energy and plot occurrences up to a climax, and then there's it drops down in energy to the resolution. And then there's a little trailing piece, often narratively, where they tie up all the loose ends, and that's called the denouement. It's the ending piece after the resolution where they tie up loose ends.
Which is spelled denouement.
Denouement.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a bell curve,
Yeah, it's
basically.
what
Like
comes
if you know
after
those.
Ending.
comes after your falling action and before your conclusion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird that we keep the French for that, but like not literally any of the other.
English, man. Well, like not an English. Where there wasn't an English word for the part between the falling action and your conclusion, so we just took the French one instead.
That one's
just
fine.
Just
Yeah.
a loan word. English held together by loan words.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have a word for that. We'll just steal yours. Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's meet up for a
Thanks.
little rendezvous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just take the French version. They already
Yeah.
invented it.
I mean,
we would like to have those
you
too.
know,
Let's do it.
France
Yeah, because
did
like the tying up of loose
occupy
ends
England
is
for
like
a long time during the
it's like it doesn't.
formation of his period of history that
Yeah.
formed modern English. Anyway, we had to learn a lot of English history in college English classes. Anyway,
Back to the movie.
the plot.
Plot structure. Yeah, so some there we're on the grows and glows. My negative comment about plot structure was, how did this child hospital patient get onto the roof of the hospital in his pajamas? Like, don't the doors lock?
You
How
would
do you get
think.
up there?
No emergency alarms.
No,
No
no,
adults
nothing.
anywhere. It's like, you know what? His parents abandoned him. Let's all abandon him.
Yeah,
Possibly
it's
do
fine.
that.
Fine,
Like,
it's
that's
all
an
fine.
issue.
It was 1993.
I guess.
I was a child in 1993, and I can tell you they don't just let you up on the roof.
I
No.
wouldn't be here.
In fact, they do a lot of preventing you from getting on
Yeah.
the roof. I did make a lot of attempts at getting onto roofs as a child.
Oh, that's when you most want to be on a roof.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Really?
And my bedroom at the time, my my parents' house also burned down, and then all the upstairs bedrooms got reconfigured. But where my bedroom was, we had a garage, and then there was a window in my bedroom over the garage, and all I wanted to do was climb up my desk and go out that window on the garage roof, and that was like one of the number one things I was not allowed to do.
Yeah.
But one of my besties who lived up the street also had a window that went out onto her roof, and we just did it anyway because she was that sort of kid.
Yeah.
And her parents were really more the sort of people to be like, just don't break your leg, than to get mad.
Kids don't go on a roof.
Please, it is actually dangerous, though, if you are just going out and sitting. Tell your parents that's what you're doing, I guess. Like, you probably shouldn't do that, but if you're gonna do it anyway,
be smart about being stupid.
Yeah, smart about being stupid. Always be smart about being stupid. Anyway,
I don't know, what does that mean? Ninja Master 551 coming and saying, I do see the phrase
mise en scène. Yeah.
Thank you. Used when discussing film.
Yeah, we have a lot of loan words in cinematography that come from French.
Yeah, I know what mise en place means, but I don't know what mise en scene means. But I presume something similar.
Yeah, similar.
So you're like table setting. So you're like setting the stage.
Yeah. Mise en place is getting all your food together before you cook, like putting all your like stuff in little bowls and whatever.
The aesthetic TikTok cooking people.
Yeah.
Could not be me. Getting my ducks in a row before I do it.
All right, Duckie, tell us what you hated about plot structure.
Relatedly to the children being on the roof. Fuck the rules. Mamo has money and his boyfriend's an alien. If I were the hospital social worker, I would be like apoplectic at that point. What do you mean you let the child onto the roof unsupervised and you lost another child? Anyway, there was like some point where like Mina had the brain cell instead of Ami in a circumstance where it definitely should have been Ami with the brain cell, and I was just like, girl, what the fuck? That's more characterization though. But yeah, that's really all I have like beef with. I wish we had the like little resolution of like Chibs at the end, but like I'm not gonna cry too much about it. Or even just like that rolling in the credits of like them returning and like getting their little hug. I don't know where I'm hallucinating. Maybe it's one of the other movies where that happens. I don't know. But like I have
it's not Super S because I have a very clear image in my mind that the ending credits of that are them standing in silhouette looking over the ocean.
Yeah.
S, I don't remember as well what the credit sequence is for S.
It has been so long since I have seen any of these movies. Like I regularly rewatch the series, I regularly read the manga, I like have now starting to rewatch the Third Dark Crystal because that's the best one.
Good one.
This is not in my like things I go back to. I mean, like now that I remember that this movie's really fucking good, they have to rewatch it more often. Right. Put it in the comfort rotation right behind Sailor Moon Cosmos. Yeah, I watched Sailor Moon Cosmos as a comfort movie.
Era found it, I think. Yes.
Do you mean the part where Mina realized the flowers were all monsters while Amy was freaking out of her DS beeping?
Yeah, that part. I'm like, Ami, please. Ami, please. SD. You're going... Because it was when they were on the asteroid. It was like, girl, you know these flowers are bad. You know. You don't need the computer to tell you, boo-boo.
Anyway. No, and then Ninja Master 551 coming in saying, I feel the people in Sailor Moon universe are incapable of attending to a child.
Yeah,
it's true.
So true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because they lost Momo on the roof, and then suddenly he's back, but now there's another child who clearly doesn't look like he should be here unless everybody's also hallucinating with said child.
Children are constantly going astray.
Oh yeah.
No one has ever kept an eye on a child in this series.
I mean, frankly, even in 30th Century Crystal Tokyo,
no one is keeping an eye on children.
No, multiple times.
No.
Figure it out.
Multiple times. Even the time when they're like, she just ran off really upset. Should we go after her? And then Demi is like, Nah, don't worry about it. She'll be fine.
No,
She's not fine.
He was left unattended on a roof, so his idea of what children should be allowed to do when left unattended is skewed. Yep.
Oh my god, I remember that episode. I think, did we watch that episode already?
Oh, we did. Yeah,
We
we
did.
did. We
Yeah.
did. We talked about it.
Yeah, they edited out lots of toilet humor.
Yeah, the dub has like none of the pee jokes in it, and the little baby penis jokes either.
Yep.
Which is for the best, truly.
Yep.
So my only comments complaining about the plot are things I already brought up earlier, which is that like this is a threat from outside the solar system. Pretty clearly, it is an intergalactic threat that should have triggered the Outers. We already know that that's a problem with the whole Makaiju thing. And there isn't a clear in-setting justification that this is from the solar system. They are very clearly invaders.
Yep.
And the other thing I have on here says, we're not just not gonna address that Fiore is clearly a Doomtree alien at all, huh?
Nope. Nope.
The focus
Oh,
is Momo
wait.
has a boyfriend. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fun
What
space.
if because like we've like this is the quickest we've dusted a villain, like chronologically, right? Like, okay, he shows up, we have like we're going to space the same day, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the next day. It's the next day.
It's
It's
the
in
next
24
day.
hours, yeah.
Right. So like maybe that's the thing that like triggers Neptune to like wake up, but then it's like, oh well.
Oh, I
Shit,
like that
That's
theory.
a fun headcanon. I like it. I like it. That's a good
I like it.
justification.
I'm like desperately trying to make this work.
Yeah, sure. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I'll
like
accept that
usually
fan
it
theory.
takes them
Yeah.
like a long ass time to like
get together.
Get on,
Yeah.
so
And-
like
Yeah, I accept that. I accept it as a headcanon.
I love
That so the reason that doesn't work is
Damn it.
because chronologically Neptune almost has to have been awakened
freaking already.
before this movie happens, because this movie happens like the day before Shibuya leaves, presumably,
Right.
and then like the day after she leaves, S starts, and by the time S starts, Neptune has already been active for quite some
True.
time.
Yeah.
So she must have been active separately during all of our, or at least during some of
While I love that flashback episode where like Uranus and Neptune are at like some fancy bar or the ball. I meant to say ball, not bar. There's no alcohol. They're at an art gallery and they see the sinking ship and Haruka's in her little tuxedo and they have sort of like an intense moment. They're 13.
Yeah.
They're in middle school in that flashback where Haruka's like, the woman I had a crush on turned into a monster, right? Like the Eliza Gray. Something like that. I think that's her name
Yes.
in Japanese too. Like who's hot. I don't blame her. But Haruka's like real torn up over her 8th grade crush. And I do love the drama of all of that. And then you're like, no, these are middle schoolers. Because they're in their 1st or 2nd year of high school. Because the Outers are older than everybody else.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember if it's their Elsa Gray, not Eliza Gray. Okay, thank you. I can't remember if they're freshmen or sophomores.
I don't remember.
I think they're sophomores because Haruka can drive.
And
But
there,
no,
But she's driving
there's
illegally.
some implication that they might be like, we have ages for them stated,
Yeah.
but at the same time, there's implication, at least in like the manga and anime, that implies that they are older than the school years that they attend, because like we know that they were already attending junior high or whatever when Michiru awakened at her original junior high, but they also attend Mugen Gakuen. But they attend Mugen Gakuen so that they can deal with this threat there. That doesn't mean they're necessarily in that age range. When they then later attend, I don't know, Juban High School or whatever the high school is that the other girls get into, Michiru is so excited because she's like, oh my god, this is so nostalgic going to high school, which implies that this is not their first rodeo of like going to high school and that they're sort of cosplaying being high school students again.
Yeah.
We know that Haruka has to be at least 16 because I got my license overseas, which when I read that when I was a teenager, I was like, in Europe? And I was like, no dipshit, California's across the ocean from Japan. Guess where you can be 16 to learn to drive.
Yeah. Haruka, according to sailormoonfandom.com/wiki, both Haruka and Michiru start Infinity at 15 and are 16 by the end of it.
That can't be right because Haruka
Yeah.
is driving right away.
Right.
She's at least 16. We know she's at
Yeah.
least 16.
She's already driving a race car when Michiru meets her.
Yeah. So she's,
Yeah, so I think
like,
they're in high school.
She is.
Hotaru's
They
in
are
middle school.
both supposed to be prodigious. So like, Girly Pop got her driver's license and became a race car driver. Like,
Yeah.
like it is prodigious, but she has to be at least 16 because she couldn't be younger than that and get a driver's license in Hawaii or California, which is clearly where she was implying she got her
Right.
driver's license
Yeah.
from.
There's some timeline shenanigans, but Pluto is also an outer, and she is
Yeah, and
the
she's just chilling.
goddess of time. So maybe she helped them out with that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
speaking of Pluto, Sailor Denzel comes in saying, speaking of headcanons, what do you think Pluto was doing when the asteroid got to the solar system?
Well, I got an answer for this one. It's guarding the gates of time,
Yeah.
baby. She
Yeah.
was doing her job.
She was
doing her
taking
job.
a nice long deserved nap after all of the inner fuckery of the R season is what she was doing.
I mean,
She pulled up
theoretically,
that sleep mask for 1 second, was like,
She could also be in the process of being reformed.
oh, yeah, I was
That's
gonna
where
say
you were
she
going.
could this is exactly where I was going. I was like, theoretically, if the R anime had followed the original manga, she should have died in
Yeah,
R,
she would be dead,
Mhm.
and then she would be in the process of
like reincarnating.
Yeah.
what have you, because like the anime decided to not have her be a major player in R and then break the rules and die.
Worst part
which is-
about that.
What a choice!
Yeah.
What a letdown! But
Want to talk about what's weird about the characterization in this?
yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
I my first note says, so Mama just let not Alan grab his girlfriend's titty and then knock her over, huh? Yeah, and then my second bullet point just says, Usagi struggles with Mamoru's sexuality.
That's
yeah.
what happens, literally.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if it's like her struggling with like the concept of bisexuality or if it's like, Mama, why didn't you tell me you had a secret hot alien boyfriend and like surprise Polly? If like that's the beef, or if her brain is just breaking on Mama being
she
bi.
does
also.
express in the one scene that she doesn't know much about Mamo before they met. Like she starts to contemplate the fact that she doesn't know much about his backstory. So
Yeah.
it may be that she's like, oh, he had a childhood boyfriend and I never even knew.
Yeah.
Which would be a little upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can read that more as like, she's mad he had emotional intimacy with someone else and didn't tell her.
Yeah, that he apparently wasn't communicating with her. That he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
feel like he can open up
Right,
to her.
Yeah, that he didn't tell her about this important person in his life. And that's a fair,
I don't
that's a
think-
fair
yeah,
read.
It's unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the rest of my like quibbles with characterization were just like sub versus dub lines because like when we were watching it, we had like the Japanese subtitles
Mm-hmm.
on.
Oh, yeah.
So we could see the dialogue differences as like a little speed run. There was like this bit when Mamo like breaks out of his weird like little glass thing and like in the Japanese it's just Uza. And then in the dub, which I liked this change better, was like you're not my friend. Which was just like that slaps because like Fiore's just done all this crazy stuff for like the love of his life, and Mamo has like not only been like, ew, I don't want no romance from you, but you're not even a friend to me. Like, oh, damn. And then also in the dub choosing homophobia immediately afterward.
Yeah.
He's like a brother to me. No, for why? For why?
No.
For why?
Um,
Mamo's a regifter. Terrible.
Fully is.
Like, hi, thank you, strange random girl, for trying to comfort me. Hello, boyfriend. I could not come up with the wherewithal to like get you a thing myself. So here's random gift from random girl that I just met in the hall. Like,
I got you this rose. I totally picked it up myself. It was a really thoughtful gift
yeah.
that I picked out.
Yep. Oh my god damn it. This isn't so much a negative, but like in the Japanese, the girls were still calling her Usagi rather than Serenity during that re-entry sequence, and I feel like that just kind of echoes back to like Relia's earlier point of like, yeah, they're not doing this just because she's like the princess. They're doing this because of who she is as Usagi in her like most base, like unlikable form of like regular 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my notes on characterization.
Yeah, I think that's you.
Oh, it is me.
Yeah.
My big complaint on characterization, the dub absolutely straight washed the girls talking about how Darien is quite popular with men and how there's a couple in a relationship like that at Minako's school. Like they even in this movie, which is not explicitly textually queer, they took anything that discussed queerness and they straight washed it. They did. He's like a brother to me. Like there was a conscious choice that they made, and that's homophobic.
Yep.
Oh my god, Ura brings up such a good point. Also, why are they calling her Serenity when she's Princess Serena in the dub?
So she's
Great.
still Princess Serenity in the dub.
I thought she was Princess Serena.
No.
And
She
they made
like
at some point. She was Princess Serena in season 1. That's for sure.
yeah.
But they were inconsistent with things in some of the later
Yeah.
episodes. And this was so they were consistent with things up until the midpoint of R, which was the original Deke run of Sailor Moon. And then Deke dubbed the back end, and I believe that's also when they did the R movie. And
Yeah.
those episodes are notoriously less consistent with things like attack names. And so this probably falls into that bucket as well.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Is that Luna there hanging out with you?
it is Luna.
Hi, Luna.
Say hi, Luna.
Oh, cute.
All right, so Serena. Oh, my comment was Serena just seems to have endless energy as Fiore monologues.
Well, he's draining her energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this man monologues. He Dr. Doofenshmirtz monologues. Like hardcore monologues. Like Serena's Perry the Platypus when she's like, "Really? You're going? You just keep going? Okay."
Platypus? Sailor Copper Platypus?
I'm just saying.
Oh, but
Someone
yeah.
design Sailor Copper Platypus, please. Yeah.
But that was my biggest like characterization moment where I was just like, Fiore, you're monologuing so hard.
Yeah.
We have a note to say like how was it irrelevant, and we already talked about this too, but while I understand that this is a what if or a side story, come on, we know Mamoru and Usagi didn't meet that way. We know how they met. That's part of the inciting incident of this series, like of the main series. We know how they met each other. I mean, I guess you could justify that they may have had this chance encounter and that
And
neither
never
of them
remembered.
really
Yeah, like forgot
like,
about it
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure that sort of thing happens in real life all the time. However, as a story with structure, we know that that's not how they met.
Yep.
I have a whack occurrence of this actually.
Oh yeah?
So my best friend's mom has been married twice.
Mm-hmm.
They were packing up to move. They had found photos of her original wedding.
Okay.
Start going through the photo albums.
Mhm.
They realize that her current husband was the altar boy at the first wedding.
Oh my god, that's wild.
It is wild.
Oh. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope,
Entirely
and a world of fears. There's so much that we share. It's time we're aware. It's a small world after all.
Sure is.
All right, so what else do we want to talk about before we get into our big topic, which is Moon Revenge versus Power Love?
Oh man, okay.
I have like a weird one that
Go
I
for
just
it.
thought of like, what do we think of Fiore being like one of the only villains to not like to immediately clock the girls from civilian to like transformed forms?
Given that
Because
he
like the
wasn't-
rest of them are just like, who are you?
for I think that's a thing that's important for the pacing of the movie. We don't have time to fuck around with that.
Yeah.
They're not like he doesn't have a season to like suss out their identities or do something to threaten their civilian lives like Nephrite was starting to.
He doesn't have an Earth infiltration scheme.
Yeah.
Anymore. He needs to spend time on Earth fundamentally. Once he's got Darien, he's like,
yeah, and
not a man.
the flower wants everyone to die. But the flower seemed to already have that pretty well in hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just pollinate the Earth with my flower.
Yeah,
and I'm on it.
It was already killing people. People already dropping dead at the beginning of this movie.
In droves.
Yeah. So like, I don't remember what the question was.
So, the fact that
Yeah, just like him being like the only one to
I
like.
answered the question in the process of forgetting what you asked me.
Like, I think it's interesting, like, because I think you could make some really interesting fanfic and some really interesting fanon about, like, why is it that he, of all people, was able to instantly clock them? What makes him be able to sense that? Because you could come up with some cool ideas. I don't have one off the top of my head, which makes me mad.
Previously, I have said that you can see through the glamour. I've made the joke that you can see through the glamour of the transformation if you have an intimacy in the sense towards them. Like if you care about who they are, you can recognize them then after the fact. Because Greg, what I forgot his fucking Japanese name. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
Rio?
God, Gregory.
I think it's Rio, yeah.
Rio, yeah,
Rio.
yeah. That guy can see through it as soon as he knows. It's on. Like he had a little future vision helping him, but he does also make a emotional connection to her.
Yep.
The girls can see through each other because they have emotional connections to one another. I feel like there's another example of this where someone we know Naru kind of can. She doesn't really address it directly.
She's sort of politely in denial about
it.
Yeah.
But we kind of know Naru knows.
Yeah.
I don't know that we ever get another example of someone encountering them in
Fisheye?
Fisheye maybe. Kunzite for sure. And it doesn't have to be positive. It just has to be an emotional connection to them. So like, where did he get the emotional connection? Was it from the plant who knows to hate them? Because the plant is clearly mind controlling him through a lot.
Or was it from it from the original rose that he was given as a little child, which he took with him and was the only thing he had with him in space for however long while he was looking for a flower for Mamoru? He was obsessing over this rose. He was probably like huffing the rose at every moment like, to get every scent and like aura off of it. And maybe because it came from her, it was familiar to him.
Sure. Okay. I can take
the best
that.
I can
I'll
do.
take it.
Yeah,
Or like Mama has like a
strong, but
transformation.
not everyone else.
Right, but they're sort of the girls that are with him.
They're peripheral.
He's like, oh, you had 4 friends, and you still have 4 friends.
Yeah.
That must be the 4 friends that I saw.
Sure.
I was keeping it very like very simple. Oh, that's my man. You were person blocking me from my man. Oh, you're person blocking me from my man from yesterday and her 4 friends. The end.
Yeah.
Also a much more Occam's razor response than either of the shit we're cooking up over here.
Yeah.
That's my man.
I was like, keep off the flower.
Yeah. My last thing was that like there was nothing boring about this. This movie cruises. This is a brisk movie.
Nothing is left on the floor. Like they just go.
Yeah.
All right. So then shall we get into the music?
Yeah, let's talk about everyone's favorite 2 things.
Yeah. So Rizuki was awesome and found us a cover of Moon Revenge with the sequence.
With the sequence, okay.
Yeah, so this is
I
from...
want to support someone doing a cover of Moon Revenge, so let's support this anyway.
Yeah, so it's the account
Moon Song.
Yeah.
Moon Song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's watch. So everybody, this is Moon Revenge cover, so it doesn't have any of the voices, but it's a great representation.
Oh, there's that.
Any minute now. There you go.
And the fact that obviously it's in its lotus form for the flower themed movie, because again, he sees that he's the golden flower.
やっとたどり着いた愛握りしめ小さな眠りに安らぐ人閉じたまぶたにさよなら口づけて時の花園にあなたを置き去りにした愛は夢のままでは続かない貪れば美しい屍それでも望むのなら追いかけてきてあの口づけは赤い
Looks hot here. He does, yeah. I mean, he's got his mask off and his hat off, so it looks more normal. So, got it, but...
Mars, kick your heels off.
I'm not. It's already starting. He's like rocks. These flashbacks are in full color too. These in their lives. Yeah. And they each sing their parts. So nice.
Oh yeah.
In the original like that I have of this, when he's like on Seeing My Idol, Sailor V, the subtitle that mine had for it was in person, but I love in person. I wish that was in any other subtitle I've Moon Revenge.
That was great.
Like,
Oh.
like,
Oh my god. Ninja Master 551 coming in
Yep,
saying,
yep.
watching Sailor Moon is accepting that heels are actually the most practical footwear for combat.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, but no. Okay, so what were you saying, Relia? Because I know you were popping off on about Moon Revenge.
Oh, I was providing various commentary on different parts of the scenes. I love that during the part where the four inners have their individual flashback moments. First of all, they are now in full color because these are once
Yes.
in their lives. And then I was talking about specifically the Sailor V flashback is Sailor Moon has just met Sailor Venus and she says, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting my hero, Sailor V."
Yeah.
And Sailor Venus proudly goes like, "Ta-da!" And then she makes another comment. On the original bootleg that I originally had, she goes, "Ta-da!" in person. And I thought that was really cute. And no subtitle I've ever had since then. None of the officials ever translate it that way.
Oh
Which makes
no.
me sad because I think in person is a really cute thing for her to say.
Yes.
So just a little a little thing from my New York City Chinatown bootleg version.
Yes.
In person. It is
Yeah.
very in character.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moon Revenge is a very good song. I will
Moon
say
Revenge
that.
is a very
Revenge
good
has
song.
the benefit of being timed in sequence with the animation. So, for example, at the very end, when it ends on the dun dun, it's at the same moment when you see the pink contrail of the asteroid flying
Yeah.
by just after she's collapsed.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of moments in the song that are timed to the animation of the movie, and it really benefits
It
from
was
that.
composed for that moment. Like
Yeah.
it was meant to go with it. Not
Yeah.
that like
They were storyboarded and composed to go
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that like Power of Love wasn't also composed for the movie.
Mhm.
But, like conceptually they were
It's
created at
harder
the same
to
time.
retrofit beats in a song to animation
Yeah.
than it is the other way around.
Yeah.
Some people do that, or I don't know, do people still make AMVs?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah,
AMVs are still wildly
It's
popular.
still a thing
Yep.
people do? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I haven't watched AMVs since I was in college. But like people do that as a hobby. They take the song and retroactively fit it to the animation. Now that I know how to make an AMV, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I was like, I learned a video edit, and I was like, I could make an AMV, and then I went, oh no, no. I could, I don't want to.
And okay, yeah, and we'll talk about this more when I play Power of Love Ninja Master 551. But they say I would assume that that there was an attempt to match the dub music to the scene.
And I think it does.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Power of Love doesn't do the trick. Like we talked, I think, during the recording about how Moon Revenge fits the scene better, but Power of Love is a much better like closing credits song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Like give me the cut that has Moon Revenge in the scene and Power of
Power of
Love
Love in the
playing
credits,
during
yes.
the credits.
Yeah.
And the total opposite.
Moon Revenge during the credits in the
Credits,
Japanese
yeah.
version, and that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I think Moon Revenge is a great credit song. I think it would be better. I love Power of Love more.
So you want it the other way around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because I think Power of Love fits the scene.
I didn't say it didn't.
No,
I think
I'm not a Power of Love hater. It's simply that it's up against my individual favorite song in the franchise.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason. Like I love
oh
Power
yeah,
of Love
Power of
as
Love's
a
a
song.
great song.
It's just you're going up against my literal number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of that, should
Even
we
if
play Power of
it
Love?
has a Sailor Star song.
Well, I can't agree with you there.
No, and that's fine because they're both so high.
Yeah,
I respect your different opinion.
I can't dethrone Sailor Star song. I can't.
Fair.
I just can't.
Bishop or Eternal Mooncast, we've got a whole episode.
Yeah, we do have a whole
on
episode.
top songs from Sailor Moon animated series. They did their rundown of their favorite songs. I was in the chat in that one because I wasn't on that episode, and I was like providing my peanut gallery commentary the whole time.
Yeah, go watch
Like,
that.
yeah, go watch
episode.
that.
It's fun. And you can find out that I guess I just spoiled my number one favorite song is of course Sailor Star song. But tune in to see what 2 through 10 are.
And see what your list is. Believe it or not, I don't think I put Power of Love on it, but I think it's because I forgot about it.
Yeah, you brought up, and I was like, "Oh, that song! Oh, that song!"
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, Moon Pride. You were like, "Oh my god, that song exists."
Moon Pride, yeah.
I was like, tell me someone ranked Golden Queen Galaxia. You were like, oh, Golden Queen Galaxia.
All right, but let's go ahead and then watch its competitor.
Okay.
So this is from Raleigh Gonzalez. Thank you for having.
Thank you,
I
Raleigh.
listened to this in the early days of the week.
Yo.
Yeah.
And it does not have a video, but it does have a beautiful static image with some cool graphics.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
Heck yeah.
I'm good with that.
That's fine. We just watched the sequence, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
the early '90s synth.
Yup.
There comes a time when you face the toughest of fights, searching for a sign, lost in the darkest of nights. The wind blows so cold, standing alone before the battle's begun. power of love. You've got to believe in the power of love. The power of love, amazing emotion. There's a light that flows from your heart. It's a chain reaction, and nothing will keep us apart. Stand by my side, there's nothing to hide. Together we'll fight to the end. Take hold of my hand, and you'll understand what it truly means to be friends. You've got to believe in the power of love. You've got to believe in the power of love. It gives meaning to each moment. It's what our hearts are all made of. You've got to believe in the power of love. The power of love.
And then the world's best guitar solo.
I mean, never go up against like the original music for a guitar solo. Like, they would win.
In the power of love, you've got to believe in the power of love. It gives meaning to each moment. It's what our hearts are all made of. You've got to believe in the power of love. In the power of love. In the power of love.
I couldn't put my finger on it when we were talking about this on the music episode. But one of the things that kind of gives the Power of Love a little bit of an edge for me over Moon Revenge, which is also a great song. I am not a Moon Revenge hater. Is that I just really love synth pop. I like really love synth pop. And this is a synth pop song. Like, it is deeply a synth pop song. Like, now it was just pop from the 90s, which has become the modern synth pop genre. But I really like the synth pop genre. And so, like, this is a song in a genre that I really like. And so Moon Revenge is not a synth pop song.
No.
And so it's just sort of like poking me right in the, like, well, I just really like this genre. Like, it's just in a musical genre I really like. So
it's a banger.
it's tickling my fancy in, like, genre taste. But it doesn't mean that, like, the other song isn't also good.
Yeah.
Oh, both songs are good. Don't get me wrong.
But let's take a consensus. So we'll talk to each ourselves, and we'll see what the audience is feeling.
Sure.
About these two
I
songs.
did.
Now they've got
I polled the audience.
Oh, you did?
On our Instagram.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Hang on.
What did Instagram
But
have to
I
say?
want to know what chat has to say though too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
get the chat and I'll be right back.
Chat, sound off.
Yeah.
Power of Love or Moon Revenge?
Yeah, what are you voting for? Also, like, I don't know what the sound mixing was like. Could you guys hear me singing along with it the whole time?
I did.
Okay.
I'm like, all right.
We'll give chat a minute to catch up with our stream. It's like a couple second delay. I mean, like, I know that those opinions are gonna come rolling in.
You.
Presuming anybody's still watching. There we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Ura says, I like Moon Revenge, but I prefer Power of Love. I think we're all kind of on the same page there, my friend.
Okay, so our poll.
Okay.
Half the votes went to Power Love, half the votes went to Moon Revenge, and one person said, I can't choose.
Oh.
Okay. All right. That
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So
Truly controversial.
Yeah, we're getting some opinions rolling in from the chat too. Ura says, I like Moon Revenge, but I prefer Power of Love. And as I just said a second ago, I think we're in agreement, full agreement there.
Yeah.
Crimson Tan says, Power of Love just hits the nostalgia buttons too hard for it to not be my preference. I think that sort of also aligns with my opinion that I just really fucking like synth pop. Anyone else want to weigh in?
You know, there was something interesting I heard because I'm somebody who, if I really like an anime, I'll watch it dubbed and subbed.
Sure.
And one of the animes I've done this with is Assassination Classroom. I've watched
Okay.
it multiple times in both. They say things in your native language hit harder when
Mhm.
it's sad, and I do think that this is a little bit of that. I think because Power of Love is in my native language and I can understand the lyrics, I think I resonate more with it because especially it dives into the friendship, it dives into the like words are hard, but like it connects more in my brain in a way that Moon Revenge, when I think it's really pretty, I don't know the lyrics, so I don't connect with it as much.
Sure.
Ninja Master says they're both great, but I think Power of Love is a little better. And Superlin also says Power of Love.
Wow.
Power of Love
I'm
crowd.
heavily outvoted here.
Ooh.
Wow.
Thank you,
Fair.
Lynn.
Fair.
Yeah.
I guess.
Someone did tell.
To choose. Sorry, Rizuki, what were you saying?
Valid.
Oh, that was Ducky, I think.
Oh,
I was
Ducky.
Ducky.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I I feel like Moon Revenge is like, I remember Relia when we were watching it through, you were like, tonally, this is like better for this sequence because like she's gonna die, and Power of Love is like, oh woo, yippee, it's a party, and then she's just bleh at the end of it. Which like I have to admit, even as like a 90s dub, like this sequence in particular, like Power of Love was like on repeat. There was horrible karaoke of me doing it as like a 5-year-old. But like at the same time, I love the lyrics of Power of Love better for this than I do the translated ones for Moon Revenge, because Moon Revenge is very like Usamamo focused and like less about the friendship with the girlies. And like part of Power of Love that I like is like Usagi knows she's gonna be fine because she's got her girls. If she didn't have her girls, she would have beefed it for relief. So like,
That's an interesting point you bring up because she wasn't able to do it on the crystal's power alone. She
Right.
had to have the other 4 scouts give them her power to be able to fully fix it.
yeah.
Mhm.
But it is Moon
just
Revenge.
goes harder.
Ooh. I mean, I was also singing along with Moon Revenge. It's also a really good song. Yep.
Yeah.
For
Like
me,
the lyrics slap, but like not in the same way, like story beat wise.
Yeah, for me, I think it's definitely boils down to genre for me. Like, I listen to a lot of music in a lot of different languages. Like I definitely would put some songs in Japanese in my, like, if I had to make a list of like some of my favorite, like top 100 favorite songs of all time. Well, like Moonlight Densetsu and Sailor Star Song and Mask from Sorcerer Hunters and one of the Inuyasha themes.
Oh yeah.
would all be.
I
in
know
it.
the one
Like,
you're talking about.
yeah, really, really good one.
Oh yeah, the Fushigi.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
The opening theme. Oh,
the Fushigi opening, and the Magic Knight Rayearth one, like just some Virtual Star Hasegaku from Utena, just like so many Revolution, like there'd be like a bunch of anime themes that are in my top 100 songs of all time. So like I don't know that the language is necessarily like, and I think Zimzalabim by Red Velvet would also be in there somewhere, and that's in Korean. Like, and like I can think of a song from one of the bands rock bands I really like, has a song entirely in Welsh, and that would also probably be in my top 100. So I'm not sure that language has to do it for me. It's definitely the genre. It's definitely because it's a synth pop song that like on the like synthy piano. I'm like, I'm here for it.
See, for me, I think it has to come down to what Ducky was saying, because I was thinking about it when Ducky was talking.
Okay.
And for me, this is very much comes down to how Sailor Moon was portrayed in America versus
Okay.
how Sailor Moon was portrayed in Japan.
All right.
I am a big lover of Sailor Moon friendship. Friendship
Okay.
is magic, My Little Pony, but like it's literally one of those things where it's like, because the lyrics are more focused on the friendship and the girls helping her, and oh yeah, Mama's there too.
Sure.
But like sorry, I'm such a Mamo hater, as I sit below the biggest Mamo hater. But not to say he's not great in his own special. Don't ask me to defend him,
Yeah.
but like it's one of those things where it's like, the song is about friendship and Usagi being able to rely on her friends and all of the moments that she meant so much to us.
Yeah, it gives meaning to each moment. It's what our hearts are all made of. You gotta believe in the power of love.
In the power of love. Like, Bob was cooking that night.
Yes, he was.
They get to that first bit at the bridge, and it's just like, it gives meaning to each moment. And I'm like, yes!
Yes!
I'm me with a kid, like, screaming and turning up.
Yeah.
And also, Ura brought in saying, and this kind of plays into it, I feel like Power of Love being a faster tempo also helps add the urgency for the sequence for me. Moon Revenge is good. Power of Love makes me feel on edge. It makes me feel like what is going to happen.
And I think that has to do with the genre. Yeah, it has to do with the composition of the genre.
Yeah, totally.
The opposite.
For
me, it's easy. It's Moon Revenge. It's
all right. Oh, you're not alone. You're not alone.
Thank God, I'm not alone.
It's like I don't even have to think about it. Because I didn't watch the dub until we watched it together. I don't have any connection to Power of Love in this moment there. I have it in R with Serena and Rini fighting against Wise Man. That's Power of Love for me. And to me, it doesn't feel like this is a battle song. This feels like love. It doesn't feel, for me, it doesn't feel right. And no, like what we're watching doesn't match the lyrics whatsoever in the moment. But at the same time, I'm like, well, we wouldn't be here if you two idiots didn't love each other. So I guess, yes. But overall, it's just the beat, the music, just everything about Moon Revenge for me. It fits so perfectly in this scene. And don't get me wrong, I love Jennifer's voice. I love all of her music. She could sing the Yellow Pages, and I'd be so happy. Yeah, it's just, for me, that's Moon Revenge's slot, and Power of Love is at the end of R with Rini and Serena fighting Wise Man. That's just where
that's so fair.
And that's just everybody be happy. But that's
no, that's fair.
That's where
I just like
so are you
watching
on board
it.
For my... Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, like watching it. Like I had never seen the R, like back half of R, until I watched it with y'all. So like seeing Power of Love slapped in there, I was like, this is such a disappointment. You have brought dishonor to Bob.
I'm in pain. Don't just keep talking.
But like Moon Revenge's lyrics go like hard in a way that I think is like appropriate for like the stakes of this battle, right? Like when my desire is strong, even a beautiful corpse will do. Like that kiss of mine is a red tattoo, a carved notice of destiny. Like
Moon
even if we're
Revenge
trapped in
does go
darkness, you
fucking
enchant
hard.
me.
Yeah,
like it's like deep.
Because I want to give my defense of Moon Revenge along with everyone else's defense of their songs. And I think, as you said, like the lyrics of Moon Revenge actually they are that very intense. Like she's saying, like, I am so willing to do this that like I'm fine with, the saying "Live fast, die young, and leave a good corpse." She's like, if I have to die to do this, like by will strong, I will do it. For the love that I have for you. I don't think that she's just talking about the love that she has for Mamo. And I think it's like, to me, that is not a romantic love song, because this is also the song in which in Japanese, each of the inners sing their own part of the song. Like they are also singing to her. It is their voice actors performing. so like to me, I really love that you get them each also singing their parts of the song. Like, I don't disagree with people's experiences. I think there is such a validity to being able to relate to the lyrics in your own language and the ways that hit you, the genre working really well for you. Like it's like I said, it is an amazing song. I love Power of Love. I can never knock any Deke song. They're all bangers.
So true.
For me, Moon Revenge has a cinematic punch of feeling like, as you said, Rizuki, I have the same experience where to me, Moon Revenge feels too happy. It feels like everything's going great and it's all already been resolved. Like it's a song that starts out from a place of it already having been fixed, which isn't the scene. And so for me, like it took me very much out of it. But again, I am also a person who Moon Revenge was my first experience of this movie. And so I'm not making an adjustment to a different type of song. For me, I started at Moon Revenge and Power of Love is the adjustment. So I have to account for the fact that like when people don't have that experience, we're going to come at that from a different angle. But like I love how perfectly matched Moon Revenge is to that scene and how it brings that sense of she's singing about the strength of her will and how that is informed by the love that she has. And I think that's really cool. It is the same theme as the Power of Love. Yeah. It gives meaning to each moment. Like it's the same theme, which is why I think Power of Love works so well there. And it's just, they come at it. It is really fun to see people's opinions because we are genuinely comparing two incredibly good songs. Yeah. And it's really fun to see how people fall on, something that's on a thin razor.
I'll make the cut that has Moon Revenge in the scene and then Power of Love over the ending credits because that's the compromise.
For me,
that's the compromise.
For me, phenomenal. We'll make it the alternate version for you, Michi. So that you each get one that has
I was sitting here, I'm like, don't give me that. Don't give me that.
That's fine. You'll get it switched.
That's fine.
It's so interesting because it's like what you just said. That's how it is for me with this because I grew up watching Moon Revenge here. But on the complete opposite side, when Princess Serenity is revealed, I can't get into the original. If it's not my only love, it's not for me.
Yes!
I totally understand completely, and I will die on this hill.
So, I mean, when the key changes in my only wow. Yeah.
I can't. I can't.
All right, real quick comment. Ura de Relia says, "Want to explain what the yellow pages are?"
Oh God!
Oh my God!
That's why I suffered before.
I think this was to Monica. Probably,
I think it was Rizuki who said.
Oh wait, Rizuki said it. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Rizuki. I'm mixing up
explain for the audience what the yellow pages were.
So
that's why when Duckie was explaining her thing, that's why I kind of went off camera because I died.
Oh, that was what.
A part of me died.
Google, if you needed to call someone, or it was like the yellow pages were for businesses specifically. So if you needed to call like
I need a plumber.
A plumber, right? Like, or like I need to find out when this store is open. You couldn't just Google it. You had to call them. And your mom would make you do that, even though you were very socially anxious.
Yeah.
And you had to like look it up in the back half of the phone book because everyone's phone numbers were just published in a physical book that came to your house.
If you're familiar with the DSM-5s, they were about that thick.
Yeah. Yeah, and the back half was the yellow pages, and you could be like P for plumber, and then look at all the plumbers that were in the area in the phone book.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
When I say that, like, the idea of, like, there was a book that came to your house that had everyone in your area's names and phone numbers, that sounds insane to me right now.
Yeah, right? So the front of the book was the thinner section, and they were called the white pages because the paper was white. The back thick part were called the yellow pages. The pages were, in fact, yellow.
This is a soft, for everyone trying to visualize what the fuck we're talking about, it was a soft-bound book.
I have no book.
On newsprint. That was like this big.
Yeah.
Like a foot by a foot and like 3 inches thick.
Yeah.
And it just showed up at your fucking house.
Yep. It was just on your driveway. You hope it didn't show up on a day that was raining.
Yeah,
because then it would be...
Well, some of them I remember being
in a plastic bag, but there's the knots are foolproof.
No.
Oh my
God. This is what it was like
We
to
are
live
ancient.
in the before times.
back to the actual topic of the night. So Sailor Denso comes in saying, when that first beat of Moon Revenge hits, you just know it's about to
So
get
true.
serious.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And by the way, chat and everybody watching, this is showing that friends can have different opinions and we respect each other's opinions.
We respect all the opinions here. Oh, by the way, I did check the list that I created when I was in the chat for the songs. I did put Sailor Star Song at number 1. So
okay.
I amended myself. I had Sailor Star Song, Moon Revenge, and then My Only Love. So I was like, how high did I rate My Only Love? Because I know it was up there. It was number 3 for me.
Yeah.
Because My Only Love, Bob cooked. Bob just cooked that day.
Bob always cooks. I'm so sad that we don't have him for like the rest of
Everything.
Everything.
Yep.
Crystal.
The rest
Oh.
of everything.
Can you imagine Crystal done by Bob?
Oh.
Darkness.
That would have made the content so
What
nice.
happened?
Rizuki's like, good night.
Goodbye. The idea of no Bob, goodbye.
Goodbye. Not
Yeah.
enough. Nope. All right. Well, one thing I want to talk about. Oh, anything else about Moon Revenge versus Power Love?
Just they're both great. You pick the one you like.
Fabulous.
Yeah. All right. So can we talk about Rizuki's little subtitle? Because he threw a rose at me. We need
Oh
to
my
talk
God,
about
yes.
that scene.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it is so funny in the English dub.
Fiona, what's wrong? He threw a rose at me.
It really does undersell that he stabbed him in the chest with a rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole facade of this power up shatters because of
Yeah.
it. Like that
Right? Like,
ruins it.
and the way Tuxedo Mask is standing when he's like covering like part of his face and he's just like, I am the coolest guy ever.
Dracula.
I'm so cool.
And then he fucking collapses.
Yeah.
He's like, I can look cool for about 5 seconds. That's all I need.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I
Got
have
in him.
nothing left.
Yeah, he was actually like we should have like gone through and done like a Tuxedo Common like efficacy of attack rate for this film because I strongly suspect that it is much higher than it is in the regular series.
Oh, absolutely. Not only did he do more and put in more effort, he was more successful in the things that he did. Like it is potentially the case that the only reason Fiore never used his sword after that first time is because Tuxedo Mask's cane chipped it to bits.
Yeah.
What's that cane made out of?
I ain't got time to fix this.
Metal of some kind.
Yeah.
Magic.
Craziness. All right. Anything else? Power Love? Anything? This movie we want to talk about? Did we forget anything?
Oh man.
Oh, let's talk about let's justify Chibiusa's existence in this movie. I mean that in a positive and negative way. Like, because you could argue that she didn't need to be in this movie, except that it was technically an R movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think there's an argument because having, when I was doing my summary, I had to rewatch it again, and so it's recently in my mind. I'm like, actually, although she was completely unnecessary in this movie in terms of actions that she took, her messaging and her emotional interactions were really enjoyable.
Yeah.
I love that in the Japanese version, they make it very explicit because she sort of says it more than once. But in the last scene that we see of them where the cats are on the rooftop with Rini, because again, children just go on rooftops. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Literally, it's weird that it happened twice in one movie. She takes after her dad. So she's on the rooftop and Luna and Artemis are really worried. And Rini is like surprisingly unworried. And she says, don't worry, Sailor Moon is everyone's mother. She'll make sure they get home okay. And it's this movie, her entire role in this movie was to provide emotional support in multiple scenes and affirmation to Sailor Moon. There's also the scene where Sailor Moon saves her the first time they encounter all of the vine possessed people, and she dives through a glass window to catch her, and then she's about to go into battle to join her friends who are already fighting, and she's mid transformation, and Rini stops her and says, wait, and then she says, thank you for saving my life, and then she says gambate, basically, go get them. And it was those moments that show, it's so nice to see now that she loves and appreciates her mom, how she's also trying to see all that she does. So I really liked that for her, even though it was technically unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
it's
I'm
kind
like,
of like
where?
a redemption arc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly. Yes, Rizuki, yes, it is a redemption arc.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's difficult to sort of pick out where, like, it's pointless to sort of put it in like a chronological order, but it could happen sometime in the span of the arc, because like if we're talking about the continuity of the second season in the 90s show, we're not going to talk about the manga, because the manga has a very tight, clear through line as to how quickly this is happening.
Yeah.
But the 90s show doesn't. It meanders quite a lot. We have a lot of Esmeralda just fucking around. And it's unclear how much time is passing between each episode. This is a series of things that have happened, but they aren't. We don't have a general sense that they are happening rapidly.
Right.
Like there's a new adventure every day. Like it could be once a week. We don't really know how long is transpiring.
Yep.
Between each other. Some of these could have been happening on the same day. Like,
Yeah.
we don't really know how much time is passing between them. So, like, there's a whole bunch of. And at any point in time before the finale of the second arc really kicks off, because then things are very sequential.
Yeah.
As opposed to episodic. This can happen. But we also have. So, like, you can fit this storyline in anywhere in between episodes right up until, like, everything shit hits the fan. Because it's all episodic. This is another episode. It fits in somewhere in there, and the Black Moon Clan is just not bothering them today.
Yeah.
They had to go solve this other
Yeah.
problem. One of the last Doomtree guy just came back. I mean, they thought they had solved that, but hadn't actually.
Yeah.
But Rini clearly shows the emotional growth that would have happened post Black Lady, except for the part in the greenhouse.
Yeah. Where she's just a little shit.
Where she's back to like. I wanted to kiss your dad, because she gets over that after the whole wicked lady thing wears off. She's over that after then.
Yeah, she gets a new boyfriend.
Maybe she's just doing it for the
and a
bit.
girlfriend who's a robot.
Her girlfriend
This
who's
is
a robot.
true.
Yep.
She gets her robot
and
girlfriend.
in the Super S movie, a boyfriend who's a fairy.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
She is rolling
not
in
one.
bitches, man. Like, but yeah. No,
And
I like
bisexual just like her mom and dad.
yeah, exactly. I like to think that this happens like Rini is just like, I don't want to go just yet. JK.
Let's
I'm
hang out.
gonna stick around for another week. Because it does have like all of that nice like emotional payoff of like her like having grown through R and like, okay, she's not the most annoying creature on the face of God's green earth anymore.
She is for a
only-
few of these episodes.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, you can see like she's more than just like kind of this annoying tiny child now. She's annoying for the bit now. She's grown. She's doing it ironically.
Yeah. Spot on.
Not because that is her only way of being.
Which interestingly is sort of her personality in the next arc.
Yeah.
Where she's being annoying for the bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Sailor Denzel points out my favorite line. Do your thing, Moon
Thing,
Mama.
Moon Mama.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's the cute. She's actually cute in that moment.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so cute.
Bugs the third.
One's the third. She is the third.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Rizuki, Michi, how do you guys each feel about Rini's inclusion in the movie?
She's there.
You're so right. You're so right.
So
Go
true,
off, Queen.
bestie. She's there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to roast her into oblivion.
No, that's great. You can
Like
also
an
pull up the
ear of
comment from
corn
the
at the
chat that
state
says-
fair, Michi.
This comment in chat that also says I totally forgot she was in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, somebody else said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crimson Dan. Yeah, I totally forgot she was in it, to be honest.
She
Sorry,
gets a
Rizuki,
couple of
here.
redemption moments, and then that's it. It's the one time in anything that says Sailor Moon R that I don't want to throttle her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give that to her.
Do your thing, Moon Mama. But they took that out in the biz dub. I'm so upset.
So I
They
think
took it out.
Depression.
given her emotional growth and the storyline, this could be between the two. You were pretty clear between the two seasons.
Yeah. And is everybody excited for starting we already started season 3, but
Yeah.
we're going to be diving into Haruka and Michi. Sorry, Amara and Michelle. But
The way your voice changed. It went flat. Sorry, Amara and Michelle.
Yeah,
we haven't gotten there.
Name.
But I know
Amara.
those cousins are coming.
Amara.
Those cousins are coming. They're girls and cousins too.
Oh my God.
I love their girls and cousins too. Is this
Literally,
that's the thing
Amy
girls
says
can't
that.
do?
They do. They do be saying-
Revolutionary. Girls and cousins too.
What? How?
That's a good.
Well,
That's a good fucking bootleg
rare
title
genetic
for Roots.
case it only happens when two siblings also have children. A very unusual thing that happens. You only get a cousin when siblings have.
Yeah,
when
both of the siblings have to each individually have children, which almost never
Yeah,
happens.
nope.
Ninja Master 551 coming in saying, I like how no one can call them Amara and Michelle with a straight face.
That's not their names. That's not their names.
Last week I was doing the Sailor Moon meetup at Anime NYC, and I usually, when I announce characters, I'll say, Sailor Mercury, and then English name, Japanese name, nicknames, whatever. When I got to Uranus and Neptune, I couldn't remember Amara. I was like, cousins. I'm glad everyone figured it out. Like, yeah. Because I couldn't remember Amara and Michelle for the life of me.
Oh my God.
For the life of me. Didn't know what they were.
By the time we're done with this season, it'll be ingrained in your brain.
It will.
Thanks.
No, don't thank us. We're not good friends for this.
No.
I reject this reality.
Yeah.
And substitute my own.
Veto.
Yeah.
No, I refuse to commit any of that to memory.
Yeah.
Oh, the problem is I can tell you exactly when Amy said they're girls and cousins too, because it's coming up in the episode where Molly and Melvin are in the secret love tunnels, and it's when Haruka and Michiru appear, and Haruka's looking butch and cute as fuck, and then I'm just like, and then they're backlit, and like it's a perfect moment, and then that line comes.
Yeah.
And I remember how being so pissed off at that line.
Shoot me, just I'm gonna be so mad. We're gonna watch the Patreon reactions are gonna be good because I'm going to be upset. Like
we're all gonna be like just various kaiju.
I'm gonna be struggling so hard through my fury. Well,
yes. The perfect couple contest. Thank you. Because Haruka and Michiru were dominating per usual.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect cousins.
Which is actually like one of my
Girls
favorite
and cousins
episodes, honestly. Aside from that fucker.
Kissing cousins.
But like, yeah, exactly. Like
the fact that they kept it, sorry, we're so tangenting, but the fact that they kept in all of that animation of them being lovey-dovey.
You don't have a series without it. You can't cut around it. Otherwise there's no footage.
There's nothing there.
Right.
Like I think fundamentally probably the reason why they edited their relationship to be cousins was because they didn't want to erase the important and significant relationship that Michelle had with Brad.
Brad, the cutest boy in school.
Cutest boy in school.
I was getting ready to queue up they genuinely could have just, oh my God, they were roommates with them. I would have.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you were going for. Was like the storied history of, and they were roommates, and we never knew the true nature.
Like, because there was a Sailor Moon tabletop RPG for the Tri-Stat system that was its own little book, and each character had their own like full character sheet, and then there were rules for making your own OC in the back. It was from the late 90s, so mechanically a mess, but like I remember picking up and reading it. My friend of mine in high school had it, and she wanted to run it for everybody, and then she made a bunch of like Zodiac themed OCs for everyone to be the Sailor Scouts who were protecting the sleeping ones until the start of the 30th century. It was a very cool campaign idea. I was super into it. We never actually got to play.
To be like this.
Yeah. But in that book, they had the Outers well before anyone else, and that book was just like they're like besties.
And I believe they gave them different names than the names that
Yeah,
they,
they did.
that they
I
have
don't
in
remember
the-
what they
yeah.
were.
Oh my
One
god.
of them was
Wait,
Vanessa.
That's that blue book. The
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
blue. Yeah.
I think
I have that
Neptune was Vanessa.
somewhere. They gave the Starlights names too, and I'm like, did you pull this out of space? These didn't exist.
Yeah,
They weren't
I
even
don't know.
cat stars yet. They gave
I don't know who
completely
had.
different names.
I don't know the story of who had the rights to that. Who published
Mhm.
that?
I have no idea.
Well, if you have a physical copy, you should look at it and take a picture of it and tell
Yeah,
me.
find out.
So there's
yeah,
only one
picture.
teeny tiny problem.
What?
I never finished unpacking
Yeah,
for
it's
my move
packed,
box.
isn't it?
You don't have to do it on stream. I mean, like.
Oh no!
Someday.
No, one day I'll unpack and I will find out.
You will find it and you'll be go, holy shit, yeah, let's look into that.
I
will
would
make
love
sure to
to.
put
I
that
haven't
in
looked at that in
We
forever.
will solve this esoteric
Yes.
Sailor Moon mystery.
I found
Yes.
it was
The deep
Moon.
archive or
Tabletop RPG Tri-Stat.
The Sailor Moon role playing game and
Okay,
resource book.
Resource book.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
it. Mhm.
Who a 1998 role-playing game.
Guardians of Order.
Guardians of Order is
Who's
the
that?
What else have they done? Oh, Big Eye, Small Mouth, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Mark McKinnon. Ooh, gross.
All right,
Yeah.
shall we
Oh,
end
it's
the
his
episode?
Piv Publishing. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Okay.
we're gonna find out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
okay.
It's fascinating. Yeah. He also had the rights to a Dominion Tank Police RPG, a Demon City Shinjuku RPG,
Tenchi
Tenchi
Muyo,
Muyo,
El Hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Dang.
scooped up
Actually, we
everything.
had an RPG.
Fucking Game of Thrones,
Right? I was
2005.
just about to ask.
Game
Damn.
of Thrones
Yeah.
and Emperor Iceless? Okay. This is crazy.
Now this
Anyway.
is Game of Thrones before.
Yes, this is
Yeah, before the
this is
show.
the OG Game of Thrones
yeah,
RPG.
before
Yeah.
before the TV series.
This just like went down a deep rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, it
right,
was
but
the song-
Resource books for Utena.
Excuse me, what?
Wow, okay.
Ducky special.
They scooped up everything.
Oh, one
In
last
the
thing
90s
about
and
the
early on.
movie.
Hmm.
Real quick. I want to just point out how good the characterization on Venus was.
Yeah.
Girl was
Oh,
like,
anytime they let her be
hot.
the leader. Oh,
And
Yeah.
she actually was the leader. Like when we were rewatching Moon Revenge, she's the one who said, "Come on, girls, we can do it."
yep.
Yeah. Let go.
Yeah,
I love
consistently
moments
she's giving orders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love moments when she gets to actually be the role that she's supposed to have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, because that's the thing. Especially, I know you two are big Venus stands, so like, it's just like she means like she's my favorite inner. Like
Mhm.
she does not get the love and attention she deserves,
Yep.
and especially she does not get the role she deserves a lot of the time in the movies
Yep.
and in the series. And I just wanted to point out what a fabulous job they did with her this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
If I can paint a picture, and I'll shut up after the sentence because then we'll be here till midnight tomorrow. They did a better job characterizing Venus as a leader than Crystal did because she didn't stab Beryl correctly, and I'll die on this hill forever.
I
Anyway.
would love a remake of the first two arcs
Please.
as films, like
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
like Eternal
Just like
and
Eternal and
Cosmos.
Cosmos.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you know what? Let's just do
Yeah,
all
let's
three.
like
Like,
the combat with the Shitano, please. God.
yeah, I would really love a long form movie version
That'd
of
be so
those
good.
rather than the episodic ones. Because having seen Eternal and Cosmos, I'm like, actually, no, it's better as two movies.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
way better as two
Mhm.
movies.
Yep.
Fully agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, Sword Lily agrees with me. Sword Lily cosplay coming in saying, "So true. I wish they'd lean into her leadership role more." And though, don't get me wrong, one of my favorite episodes of all time is when Mina loses her pure heart because that girl, is
Yeah.
like
That is
that girl, that episode. Like, we're gonna have to find a way to play clips from that episode because that moment when she has her pure heart and she's just like,
unhinged, and it is like stupid.
"Oh, but all right, that's your preview for what's coming." All right, any last thoughts on the Sailor Moon R movie?
Chat, you got anything?
Any last questions, chat?
Yeah, anything you want to talk to us about?
Yeah.
We can hang out and talk with you guys about whatever you want.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
ideally
we
the movie, but other things too, if you want to guess.
Yeah.
surprisingly kept this to 3 hours. I'm proud of us.
I'm
That's
so proud of
amazing.
us.
When there are 5 of us on, that's shocking.
Yeah, because like we've never done anything.
Because we're literally just like, no notes for the back half. That's why.
Right? We're like, what was bad? Nothing. Oh, we didn't give it a star rating.
Oh, shoot.
It was
5
5
out of
for
5.
me.
5.
Oh, yeah.
There's no outers. There's no
Oh,
outers.
there is
no
no
outers.
outers.
There's no outers. I'm
It's
gonna
an
give it
art
a 4.5.
movie.
It's true. Yeah.
I mean, I
it's
know
not
they couldn't
against
be
it.
here, but I'm gonna give it a 4.5 for Momo's fuck ass passion.
Okay.
Yeah. So this probably lands at like a 4.75 when we average it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, or this is like, this would be the like, hi, do you want to watch more of this? Here,
No.
here,
No, I
take.
just info dump to people about the manga until they submit.
I think you could show this to people to introduce them to Sailor Moon. Like that's not a thing I've ever had to do. But if I like in my heart of hearts, if I was like, I'm gonna show you some Sailor Moon to introduce you to Sailor Moon, the Helenia Stars arc.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yes.
Every
All
time.
right. Dang.
You're going to get to see individually each of these characters at their best, the heart of the show, the emotional core of it. We're just gonna go hard. Also,
We're just gonna
Momo
go
buying
hard.
so many mirrors.
Yeah.
We're gonna dive
Oh, yeah,
in.
that's
We're
true.
gonna
It's like
suffer,
from-
and it's gonna
The-
be beautiful.
The little
Yeah.
mini arc, the 6-episode mini arc of the beginning of Stars is the best of the 90s Sailor Moon.
Yep.
No contest, except the Marine Cathedral. But
Right, but
it's like
yeah.
these 6 episodes of the Marine Cathedral, that is the best of this show.
Like I will happily go through life knowing that somehow miraculously my intro to the original Sailor Moon was those 6 episodes of Stars. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, you're blessed.
I will also say that I actually think the first episode of Sailor Moon is worth showing people as the intro.
Yeah,
The actual first episode's a good first episode.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
We then are going to skip straight to Mercury showing up, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yes.
hop around a little bit after.
Yes.
Yeah. I've gotten people into it by doing a like a fillerless watch through.
Yeah.
I looked up a good like fan guide for watching basically like
Mhm.
the good filler and the things that it's basically just the plot plus good filler.
Yeah.
So it's like any good character development episode.
Was that by Silver Moon 424? Because I was literally about to mention that.
It may very well have been. I don't remember who made it.
I
I
understand
looked
them
it
so
up
much.
and I like wrote it down and I was like, I'm gonna. My friend Brian and I watched through all of
Nice.
Sailor Moon by doing the fillerless cut. I was
Yeah.
like, no, you don't really need to see the 8 episodes in between the first one and when Mercury shows up.
Yeah.
You are not really missing anything.
No, just know that
No.
there was a span of time where she worked as a soul hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know that time occurred.
And there's some interesting ideas in the one episode with like the tape, but and the bat monster. But it's not a good episode, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's the most fascinating, not very good.
Not very good episode out there. It's one of those stinkers where it's like the idea here was great, nothing else was.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So a fillerless cut, I think, is also a real good intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
But this is not by any means a bad intro.
No,
No.
God no. This is a great
This
place
would
to
be-
begin.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and if
just
you
not
have
what I've
someone
done.
that you can only convince to sit down for an hour, this could
Just
be
show
a
them
really,
this movie.
this could
Yeah.
be a really great option. I love that idea.
Yeah.
No, you
Like,
are
this
sitting
was-
there. Oh, go for it.
This was all I had post her going off of Toonami. Like, I had this one VHS tape until like middle school, and then I think I found like another one at a flea market, and then I started like asking dad to like use my allowance money to buy more VHS tapes of Sailor Moon on the eBay.com back in the day. So this was like it, and I was just like, I want more of this.
Yeah. And then Sword Lily Cosplay comes in asking, Sailor Moon R is my favorite out of the group. Did you all watch it
Ooh.
both subbed and dubbed? And yes, we well, those two
Yeah.
watched it
Oh, yeah.
subbed.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. Keep asking.
We try to like add in some color commentary about like differences between the dub and
Yeah.
sub. So we both will end up watching them
Yeah.
in both versions.
We like to have the comparison element as part of the regular stream. Like we want to be able to talk in an informed
Yeah.
way about the original voice track. And
We did like the cheater version. with all of us where we had like the Japanese translated subtitles.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
We
you
were
guys.
watching
Yeah,
my-
you guys did have the
Dub
subtitles on.
run
Yeah,
through.
that
we were watching my
translated
unofficial
as-
copy, and
unofficial
so
copy.
we
Yes.
put on the subtitles, watched it in English.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we started recently on Patreon reacting to the Japanese on
Yeah.
camera. We'll see if we can continue that. I think a lot of people like that. So
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, and Sword Lily says watching both for the Super S movie is really
I've
important.
never seen the Super S movie in English.
I've never seen it in
Same.
Japanese.
I've only seen
I've
it in
never seen it
Japanese.
in
Oh,
English.
this will be so
I-
interesting.
I don't remember if I've seen it.
I have
It feels like a fever dream.
I have so many opinions on the Super S movie.
Like, I'm certain I have, and I think I watched it, like, because I watched a ton of shit like this in high school. I think I watched it last time in high school, and I don't think I liked it. So I think I watched it, and I was like 17, and just like, this is stupid. I don't like Super S. And then I never thought about it again.
That's fair.
Super S, like, it cannot be compared in terms of its quality to R, because as we all sort of felt like there was no moments wasted in the R movie.
Yeah.
Every moment was important and added something meaningful to the movie, and that cannot be said about the Super S movie. Also, the Super S movie sure does have a take on child soldiers.
It sure does.
That we don't need to get into right now, but let's just say that the other fairies that weren't Perla did not get a great ending, and they were also orphaned children who were manipulated by like a
They
grooming
were
adult.
also on roofs. Rooftops.
Yeah.
They were.
They
also-
were!
on
Rooftops
so
are where
many
bad things
roofs.
happen, kids. Don't
Oh,
do it. And if you do, tell a parent.
Yeah.
If you
I've-
Tell a
I've-
trusted
I've-
adult that you are going on the roof so that you don't get brainwashed by creepy alien boys, creepy alien ladies,
Okay.
creepy alien fairy boy. I mean,
But I
Yeah.
will say the trailer for the movie for Super S goes hard.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't know if I've seen
I
it.
don't know if
Yeah.
I've seen it either.
Hang on. Toonami Sailor Moon Supers trailer.
Oh, Sword Lily also says the Super S movie makes a lot more sense in Japanese. Oh, that's interesting. Did they kind of butcher the plot in the
Oh,
English
no.
dub?
We are sure gonna
We
find
are
out.
so gonna find
We're
out.
So gonna find out.
Oh no.
I think I've seen it because I vaguely recall the plot.
I got it.
And I definitely think I watched it once in high school and was like, "This is stupid."
There's a Pied Piper thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
All right, so this is in 4K. Thank you again to the wonderful Slim D 7.
Yeah, Slim D, coming
Thanks.
clutch.
Yeah.
Coming in
Making
clutch.
one night.
Every night around the world, the children sleep, unaware of danger lurking in the shadows.
Shady.
But this night, a strange tune floats on the wind. And the
Oh, I love weapons.
by one begin to disappear.
I wonder where she could be going.
They are taken to a land of sweet memories.
You guys
where
have vaguely
nature
recall
power
this.
and evil that feeds on their dreams.
My wonderful black beam hole is consuming
That woman
dream
had no
energy
shirt
from
on.
children.
Got us. Single
Just as a
shirt.
bow.
Titty out.
Just
Sailor
as a
Moon
bow.
and the Sailor Soldiers to put an end to this nightmare. This time,
Pluto!
they're gonna need
Sailor Uranus!
a little help.
Sailor Neptune!
Sailor Moon, Super S, next Friday at 5:30. Dream on.
The children!
Only Toonami.
I love it so much
This-
though.
Unlike the R movie, I don't think it goes as hard as the trailer.
It does not go as hard as
No.
the trailer. It does
The
not.
children. What the
The
hell?
children.
Not.
Like the trailer worked hard to oversell that.
Yeah, it did.
It's a good trailer.
Oh,
It
it's
is
so
a
hype.
great trailer.
Yeah, the R movie trailer just as hype, except that movie lives up to the hype.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy, I've
Yeah,
never
like
seen
I
that
have
before.
I have a perverse fondness for Super S, but not in the sense that I would be like, this is a really good Sailor Moon movie that you should watch.
Yeah. Like there were moments of that movie, like when the again, like I said before, they're attacking without calling it out. Love that.
Yeah.
That whole battle scene. Love
Mhm.
that.
We get like a cute old married couple Uranus Neptune moment in that.
Oh yeah,
right?
there's some great queer
Some
moments between
good
them in that.
lines.
There's the animation is very pretty. I think the final battle sequence I enjoy in the Super S movie. It's just otherwise there are some issues with that movie.
Hey,
If
Monica.
you-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead, you first. You first.
Don't hate me.
Oh God.
This is the
Before you put
original.
that on,
Yes, movie.
Yeah,
Sure.
you go
before
first.
you put that
Suzuki.
on, going back to the Super Supers
It's
movie
only
for a
30
hot,
seconds,
hot
okay.
second.
Yeah, sorry. You go first.
It's okay. If you watch the Japanese and you want to mess yourself up for like 15 minutes or something before you turn it off, close your eyes and either imagine Miyaka and Noriko talking or Chibiusa and Yaten talking. Have a great time.
Oh my god.
You know.
Amazing.
If you know, you know.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Oh my god. All right. So this is the original Toonami trailer for the S season.
I haven't seen this either.
Oh,
I don't-
Oh, for the season.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. I was like,
okay.
the S
No.
movie's about Luna. I don't know why you're apologizing.
Yeah.
It
I
could
like the S
contain
movies.
cousins, so I always apologize.
I'm excited and scared.
Yeah, the S movie is rough for Artemis, but like
I feel some sort of presence here.
Go ahead, finish.
Oh no! What could it be? I am flame. Flame is light.
The wait is over.
Sailor Planet!
38 new Sailor Moons. Will the Earth be destroyed? Sailor Mars has the answer. The battle between good and evil continues. Sailor Moon, all new episodes, starting Monday, June 12th.
Oh, no, that was great.
June
Okay.
12th,
I-
2000.
I love the part where he was like, Sailor Mars has the answer.
And Mars has the answer.
Oh, and then I also like the part where he said that there were 38 new Sailor Moons.
Yes.
38 new Sailor Moons.
Nice.
Not episodes of Sailor Moon.
Sailor
Sailor
Moon.
Moon.
Sailor Moons.
All right, and then this
No,
is
that
the
was a good trailer. That was.
That was
I think
They're really good.
I think
trailers.
S lives up to the hype.
Yeah.
No, I think S does live up to the hype. 1 second.
S
while I
goes
get rid of
hard.
this. No,
And they
S
were like,
goes
the wait
hard.
is over, and they showed the lesbians, and I was
Yeah.
like,
I'm sorry.
we have been waiting for them.
All right, you guys ready for our last trailer of the night?
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy.
Since we're just on the Toonami night.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, S movie. Let's see what they did with it.
All right.
A scientist's discovery has opened the door to an endless winter.
The Earth is
Okay.
turning into a frigid, snowy world, and soon it will be a part of my collection.
Now the Snow Princess has been released. And
Oh, I
only
forgot
the
how they
Sailor
were
Scouts can stop the cold forever.
It's time to cover the Earth with my lovely and cozy blanket of ice. Let's melt!
Sailor Moon S, Friday at 5:30.
I'm ready!
Only Toonami.
My only complaint is I don't like when they show the climactic like battle scene in the
Yeah.
trailer, because
Yeah.
then you know that that's what they're gonna have to do. But
Yeah.
other than
Yeah.
that, again, great trailer.
Great trailer. Yeah.
My only, I never watched it dubbed, or yeah, I never watched it dubbed. I'm just so curious. That villain and all her little minions were just titty naked. So I'm
Yeah.
really curious how the dub handled
Yeah,
that.
in both the S movie and the Super S movie, the titties were out.
Yeah.
Just
And
pretty-
After that trailer, I have a dream. I have a dream
Mhm.
one day of doing the Sailor Fukus, but like either having
Oh yes,
reflective
the
materials.
yeah.
Yes. Like, tell me that would not be a beautiful
That would-
cosplay group
Yeah, it would.
That would go so hard.
eventually. But and okay, chat is lighting up. Ninja Master 551 says, I do have a soft spot for the S movie as it was the first Sailor Moon thing I saw. Aww.
Yeah.
And then Sailor
Where's
Denzel
Pink
says,
Panther
we need a
husband?
full remake of this movie, faithful to the manga.
Ooh. Yeah.
They could.
Hmm.
I have that manga from the like Tokyo Pop era.
Right.
Where's
And then-
all of Naoko's little notes? She like went to NASA in like Florida and stuff for research for it. It was like
Girl travels for research.
Yeah.
Like, she travels. And which she loves to do. She loves to be like, oh, I had to travel to research this. What a shame for me.
yeah. I'm
It's
horrible.
so sad for me.
Honestly, the woman has a picture of her on her own, what is it, a Porsche? Like, expensive car.
One of
Yeah.
her expensive cars.
Yeah.
All she wanted to do was be a fancy rich lady, and she got that, and I'm so happy for her.
Nailed it.
Yeah, same.
Nailed it. All right. Anything else, Chad or friends, about the movies or anything coming up that we're gonna do? Get ready to see Monica and I cringe every time. Monica, Relia, and I, and Duckie and Rizuki all cringe when they say cousins.
Yeah.
All my cousins.
The
Yeah.
psychic damage
Yeah.
will be immense.
So hard.
Yeah.
So hard.
You guys
Give
should
us-
save
give
a
us-
dollar to Patreon so
Yeah.
that we don't have to suffer needlessly.
Exactly what I was about to say. I was like, you better give us money for this season because we're suffering for you.
We are.
Yeah.
We are not doing this for fun. This season,
No.
like we're
It's
doing
not
it
for
for the fun of doing this,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
the watching these will not be
This
fun.
will not
No.
be fun. No. It's gonna
See,
suck.
Part of me, and it's so funny because I'm a lesbian, but part of me really loves these episodes and the voices because I grew up on them, because it like hits a part of the brain
Mhm.
that's like
I
nostalgia,
don't, like-
nostalgia.
I like a lot of the voice performances. In
Mhm.
the, like, as usual, my issues with the 90s, like US and Canadian adaptation, are never with the voice actors. There's
Yeah.
almost no voice actors whose performances I don't rate. There's sometimes where I'm like, oh, that's not necessarily who I would have cast. But the voice actors are so talented and they're always giving it their all.
I think anybody who's voiced a character in Sailor Moon has always done a phenomenal job.
Yeah. Oh, 100.
I don't think that the voice for Led Crow in the Cosmos movies was given enough information about the tone of those movies.
Mm.
She seemed to be acting for a different type of narrative.
Yeah, I didn't love the English Cosmos
She-
dub.
There were other ones where I didn't like the choice of voice, although the
Mhm.
performance was fine. But Led Crow for me, I was like, I feel like they didn't explain to her how we're doing line delivery in this, because she was doing lots of really out of place, over the top, like theatrical deliveries that did not fit.
No.
Mm.
She's not a bad performer. It just didn't seem like she
Mm.
understood
Mm.
the assignment.
Mhm.
I think that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
What
By the way, exciting news if the Moonies haven't heard, there's rumor that the Sailor Moon Museum might be coming to the US.
Yeah, apparently it is. I've seen that. So I'm very excited for that to happen.
yeah.
Although who knows how many locations we'll actually get and how much of the merch they will bring over.
Yeah, I'm like-
but we will cross our fingers, and hopefully the tariff situation does not impact whether or not they can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes. I feel the way Sword Lily feels. Boo, cousins, yay, outers.
Yeah.
Reindeer.
It's gonna be us like every episode.
It's gonna be like they're here. Oh, cousins.
Like, yeah, we can't do
Oh,
it.
they're here. Oh, they're cousins.
Be dangerous for our health.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
now
do our
that's
outro.
Oh yeah.
All right, and with that, we come to the end of our show. Thank you for joining us for Bishocha Senshi Slumber Party, reacting to Sailor Moon, Promise of the Rose, our
And
movie.
as always, our fellow Moonies, check us out on all our socials and follow us to find out the next time we're going live. You can find our links in our link tree in the description. When are we doing the next Eternal Mooncast? Because that's what I'm supposed to say next, but we didn't.
I want to say
here
it's
we
like
go.
September 27th or something. Oh, the next EM. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
next
Okay.
week, next
Next
Saturday.
Do you know what date that is?
The 6th.
September
Yeah,
6th.
September
Tune
6th.
in September 6th for this episode that's on the screen right now.
Cosplay secrets
Cosplay
revealed.
Secrets revealed.
Cosplay
Tips
Secrets
and tricks.
revealed
Yeah.
for our audio people.
We have people who are only listening.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a guest. Oh my God, it's Bari, or otherwise just known as Bari, and she is gonna come on and tell us all kind of cool stuff. And it's gonna be me and
Oh, that'll
Ducky
be fun.
hosting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then for Bishocha Senshi
yeah,
Slumber Party. Oh, sorry,
and
go
then
ahead.
our next episode of Senshi Slumber Party is
27th, I want to say.
Yeah. Filler but
Yes.
good.
The 27th. Yes.
Cool.
Okay. I've been your co-host Monica, and if you want to know what I'm up to and interested in, feel free to follow me on the socials that are popping up at the bottom of the screen. Yeah.
Nailed it.
don't want to do the rest of my outro. That's there you go. I don't feel like reading all that.
That's fine. I've been your co-host Relia. If you like what I do and you want to follow me on social media, you can find my most active socials popping up on the screen below. Cosplay is going to be Relia Lacadamon. Artwork is going to be Art Crystals or Relia on Blue Sky. Thanks as always for supporting the show, and join us on our that's so hard to read from here, for our next slumber party in September, which, as we mentioned, is going to be picking back up with the S episodes on September 27th.
Thank you.
As always, I've been your host, Michi. You can find my personal socials at there's the button, MEW21 across the web. For my K-pop channel that Monica and hopefully other friends will be joining on soon, you can find that over at K-pop Voyage. It is just us talking music and diving into K-pop that we haven't heard or have heard, or just discussing it all. For our parent show, Eternal Mooncast, you can find previous episodes on YouTube. Yeah, there we go. We appreciate any likes, comments, follows, or however you'd like to support our show in your own way. As a quick reminder, these have just been our personal opinions, and we celebrate all respectful Mooney opinions here. And with that, I pass it to Rizuki.
So thank you for joining us tonight. This was lovely. And you can find me on Threads and Instagram for the most part, and Twitch when I finally set this up. One day I will. It's Rizuki, but with 3 eyes, because somebody had 1 eye and 2 eyes, and I don't know who you are. But I'm coming for you. Follow me. Okay, great.
Oh, it's me. Hi.
Yeah, you're the only one left.
I like that you read your name before.
I'm supposed to be up now. Hello, it's me, your co-host Duckie. This has been so much fun. I really just enjoy coming on here and yapping with Sailor Moon with the homies. Like, middle school me is like inside very happy now because I have somebody to like bark at about all of my thoughts and opinions and interpretations of the things, and it's so nice to like let her into a yard instead of on a leash.
I understand.
I'm just doing zoomies. But yeah, you can find me on the Instagram, occasionally on the Blue Sky when I like remember my password for it and log back in. Twitch when I'm on here, and Threads at Fancy Duckie on all of the things. It's always Fancy Duckie of some description. Sometimes there's an underscore, but like it's that. And you'll see me next week with my cosplay secrets after what's like 2011 from now 14 years of Moon cosplay. Jesus. I'm old.
We've all been in the game a long time. But yeah, get ready for Double Ducky month.
There is no escape. Resistance is
All
futile.
right, everybody. All right, everybody. We love you. Thank you for hanging out. We always appreciate you staying to the end. And with that, we'll see you next week.